I think we're good. Khan, can you hear me?
Cool. I
Yes,
can hear you.
that worked. Sorry. Just making sure we had a little bit of audio issues at the start. So, guys, welcome. We are doing a tonight on April Fool's Day. We have got a very special. We have a stitch up, a JAWA stitch up we're going to be doing, which we're going to get into in about 15, 20 minutes. But
Our stitch up.
yes, yes. But before we do that, I have a little. I have a guest. We have Khan joining us again to tell us a little bit about the XTC. How are you, Khan?
Hey, how's it going? All
Yeah,
good, mate.
you're good. You've been busy though.
I've been busy.
So, for those who don't know, I think it was yesterday you dropped down the application form for XTC, and so you must be like they must have had got moving. You've been organising and going with the XTC. How is it actually going? How are things moving along there?
Yeah, so it's going really well. So the organisation committee, the guys that are working on it, they're doing a fantastic job. So the guys in Europe are really, really on it. Bartosz and crew, there's a whole load of people that are involved. So they've been moving things along and they've been creating various voting systems, and all the captains have been working together to effectively agree the format, the timeline, and we've got to the stage now where we now know what date we're going to have the event, which is the last weekend in August. So that's the actual finals event. And then we're going to have from the 31st of May a Swiss cut round so that we have multiple groups, and we'll effectively have to fight our way through these groups to get to qualification for the finals. And that's where we're kind of at. We've agreed things like subs, we've agreed things like team size, which is obviously 7. And because that was finalized very recently, I obviously pulled together a application form, pulled it together. Abby's been giving me a hand on the Google Docs, and we've basically just been pulling that document together and putting it out to the community to say, hey guys, XTC is going to happen. These are the dates. If you're interested, please apply.
Excellent. So yeah, the application form is up there. It's actually also, and I did not bring up my chat box. I do apologies. Where is it? Where's the chat? There we go. And I need to change the actual title of that. Very good, Nobby. XTC. So exclamation point XTC has a link there now in the chat for the Google Docs. That's if you missed it between the Oz Facebook post, and I think I did a bit of a Discord spam to share it around because you were asking me how to get this out.
Yeah,
I hit the Jawas, I hit South Australia. I figured you'd have New South Wales covered. I put it in the Queensland Discord as well. So been a few little
yeah.
places. So look, you click on it, fill it in, register. Now, big question is again, how are you going to pick players? I know we kind of talked about this last time, but again, for the audience, how are you going to pick them?
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult conversation with people. It's going to be a difficult process of analysis, but there is some science behind it. We're looking at, if you look at the application form and the people that are interested that are on the application form, there's actually quite a number of detailed questions that I've asked. And the reason that we've done that is, or reason I've done that is to pull that together to get some form of picture of the individuals. Obviously, it's going to be a simple case of I need to look at where people are in terms of their ability, in terms of how they've dealt with these large scale events. This is effectively the equivalent of a Teams World event. So you need to be playing at the zenith of your X-Wing in terms of people that you'll be looking for. You need to look at people that are experienced in Teams environments, people that have been to very large or senior events and how they can deal with pressure. All these kinds of things come together. So it's really a case of looking at what people do, also what factions they play, what style they play. So it's not going to be an easy process. There's going to be obviously some level of subjectiveness, but I'm really looking to try and find these people. I mean, as I said, the way you got to look at it is I'm in the captain's chat. I'm looking at the players that are there. I'm looking at the people that I know that they're going to be employing. There are some seriously hardcore individuals and teams that are going to be there. If we want to compete there, we're going to have to bring the best. We're going to have to basically understand that we're going to be dropped into the middle of Jurassic Park, and we're going to be covered in barbecue sauce, and all the monsters there are going to want to eat us. So we better be Marines when we get down there.
Salt yeah. Make yourself look tasty, right?
Yeah. So it's going to be tough, and look, it's going to be difficult to make choices. The interest is significant. As of this morning, we had 15 applications. I've had several people say they're going to send me stuff over the weekend. In my head, we're already at 20 people have shown interest, and there's still maybe more to come.
Yeah. No, I had a couple of people that said, "Hey, look, I don't know if I can devote that kind of time for it." But the other question is not just the team itself. There's also spots for subs and mercs. Correct?
Yes, correct. So the team is 7 players, which will be 7 players playing each different faction. But like any good team's manager or management of a process, you want to have some sort of redundancy. So the team event, the XTC group has agreed that we can use subs. So we will definitely have at least 2 substitutions. So we'll have 2 subs, which is effectively 2 players that will join the team, which we can use to cover players if there's an issue with timing, if we can't make certain things, somebody has to substitute in for somebody in the game, we can do that.
Yeah.
On top of that, I'm looking at thinking about some reserve players potentially. The reason you need to have that is whilst you have your 7 players, they're going to have to commit to a significant amount of X-Wing, a significant amount of effort. You've seen, I know you've already seen the form and what we're saying in there, and this is the ultimate type of X-Wing event that you're going to get. The only other type of event here is a singles worlds. This is a team worlds event.
Yep.
I've done lots and lots of these things, right? You have to put a significant amount of time. All the people who've done OTC understand what that is, but this is on the next level. And you're also talking 7 factions, and you're also talking preparing yourself against the very best in the world, right? Mm-hmm. So what you have to do is really get focused on that. We're going to have a situation where if players are not up to it, if players that we pick don't get into the right frame of mind, and it can happen, it's a reality of what happens when you're talking about high-level events. We have some subs, we have some reserves that we can switch in if we need to. So I'm probably, at this moment in my head, is looking at 10 players, 7 core, a couple of subs, maybe a reserve, or maybe a reserve or 2. So that's what ideally would be a squad formation for me at this stage.
Okay. And the other side of things is you also be looking at people to practice with, would you? I mean, like people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is the most critical thing, right? And I'm really pleased that a load of people have come out and said, look, I'm maybe not going to be able to commit to the timer, or I can't make the event, but I'm happy to be a punching bag. I'm happy to do this. One of the things that we'll do is, it's not, 31st of May is not far away, right? Yeah. So what we need to do is we'll get regular gaming nights in the sense of the team coming together and having gaming nights. We'd love to get as many other people to come into that group so we can play against them, play against each other, get them to build certain archetypes which we think that we'll be playing against, and really do some list building and list testing. So the whole idea of XTC is not just about being able to play, and it's not being able to look at what you've got. You've got to be able to generate a squad, and we've got to generate 7 squads which we think are going to be really solid to get us through the group stage, because the group stage is going to be hell enough just to get through the group stage to get to the finals.
Yeah.
It's going to be it's going to look, this is going to be rough.
Okay.
There's just no 2 ways about it. There are some incredibly talented groups there, and it's like anything, there'll be a draw, and let's hope we don't get put into the group of death or whatever it is, because it's going to be tough.
You'll be like, I want this spot. No. I don't want to go this spot.
Please give me Malta. I want Malta. Saying that Malta will annihilate us.
Yeah. No, for sure. Okay, and so question is then, if they want to be a punching bag, for example, say they want to help out, but they don't actually necessarily think they're going to qualify for the team, should they fill in the form and say that, or should they reach out to you directly?
They can just reach out to me directly. It's fine. You don't need to fill out a form if you're not going to be there. But if you're prepared to assist, give me a ping, put it up on Facebook, whatever it is. Just give me an indication send me a message, PM me or something. That would be great. We'll be putting a call out to everybody anyway to say, look, we're going to need some bodies to play against. If people are free, please help. Naturally, we'll play against each other within the group, but anybody that can help getting a third party perspective and somebody playing outside the team will help, because when we get closer to the actual event proper, we're going to have the 7 lists locked in, and therefore what we really want to do with those 7 lists is just push them up against the meta lists that are out there.
Okay, so I actually have 2 questions, and that leads into that. Is when is the deadline for your application form?
So what I'm doing with the applications is monitoring how much that is. Now, I have suggested on the link when I put it up that I'm looking at a couple of weeks. I realistically, if I feel that we've had quite a number of applications, I will give everybody notice and say, look, I'm going to probably close it in the next 2 days or something like that. So I wouldn't just shut it off and put it there, but it will depend on how many people come through and can we manage that number of applications. And, my main concern is getting people started, getting to review some players, and then locking down a team relatively quickly. But if that means putting a pseudo team in place and then guaranteeing a place, but effectively by the end of April, I want to have a team completely done. But if the XTC timeline pushes us forward in terms of things like Mercs, and I know Mercs is something I need to probably talk to you about, then what we need to do is have a think about how we do this, and I may have to accelerate the timeline. So my advice to everybody is, if you're interested, make the interest sooner rather than later, because it may be that timeline will force us to accelerate effectively.
Okay, so then you mentioned Mercs. Tell me about Mercs. What's the Mercs role, and how is that? I know Marcel mentioned on GSP about Mercs on their side of things, but what's it related to you?
So Mercs effectively is a situation where the XTC captains group have a number of teams. Now, some teams have a smaller X-Wing community and people that they cannot effectively commit, and they are looking for Mercs. So we've agreed within the X-Wing captains group that teams can have up to a certain number of Mercs. I believe it's 2 or 3. I can't remember the exact number, but you can have X number of Mercs in your team. Effectively, what that does is a country that is struggling to pull 7 passport holders, or whatever you want to call it for that particular country, they can access Mercs, and those Mercs can play on their behalf. So what I'm trying to do is, if we get into the situation where other countries are looking for Mercs, I want to get into a situation where I can offer Mercs. And in terms of what that means is, people who've applied that don't get into the process, I can effectively say to the captain's group, there may be some players that are available that may have interest. And if people are interested for playing for other countries, should they not make Team Australia, then effectively they could be picked up. But again, it will just be a case of, would anybody want to pick them up? It would depend on the availability on other countries. So really a Merc situation, it's not going to be a simple process, but it's an opportunity potentially for you to play for another country should you not make it and you want to be willing to be a Merc, and I can put it out there.
Okay, excellent. And I just two questions, but they're kind of linked together. Is are bribes allowed to get onto the team? And what is your favourite whiskey?
Oh, not me, you bad man. Double dipping on your questions.
Oh, wait. I forgot to set off the street.
You didn't pull the street. Yeah, I mean, look, you can bribe me all day. It won't change life.
Damn it. Okay.
Unfortunately, I've done these things for a long time. So I've been doing teams and events for a stupid amount of years, right? And it's a tough, brutal process. I genuinely dislike it, and I tell you why I genuinely dislike it. You have to say no to people that you know are good at the game. And you will sometimes pick somebody for a specific reason, and other people won't understand that reason, or they won't like the reason, or they won't agree with the reason. And what I might agree with in one hand, somebody will disagree with the other. It's unfortunate. It's what happens. Unfortunately, I suspect there'll be a few voodoo dolls with my name on it after this process. It is unfortunate. It is brutal. It is ruthless. I hate it. All the other captains, if it makes anyone feel any better, are really feeling the pressure about picking teams, especially countries, teams with large numbers of players. With, I know captains that are saying no to incredibly experienced players because they have no choice.
Yeah.
Right? I will have no choice here. That people will not understand some of the decisions I make, but I'm making a team decision of what I think is going to be the best team, because we are literally again going and moving in to some, we're moving into the big leagues. I mean, this is as big and as difficult and as hard and as tough as it gets when it comes to X-Wing.
Yeah, they're going to be out for blood. All right.
Oh yeah. Don't bring a banana to a knife fight.
That's it.
Is the statement I'd make.
That's right. All right. Now all the seriousness out of the way. This is April Fool's Day. We have a very special. We have a JAWA stitch up. We're going to switch over now and just get the mat ready to go. I know some of the players are almost there. We'll be back in about 10-ish minutes. And I actually will just change this over.
I'm not looking to this stitch up because I reckon I'm getting stitched up.
Oh, yeah. Forgot to change the scene. Alright. Skip that. And one more little thing, because it's a JAWAs, we'll bring up the JAWAs. Utini! Where's the image? There we go. So any JAWAs in the chat, give us a Utini. We are going to be joined by 3 JAWAs who are going to be running this.
3 JAWAs, they experienced players.
No, well, two. Okay, it's a 4-player game. Just quickly for the audience there. It's a 4-player free-for-all. We got 2 JAWAs playing. I've got a third one to talk me through the rules. I think we're going to have Spitty on mic with me. There we go. Look at that. We've got some Utini. Great. We'll be about 5-10 minutes, guys. We'll just get everything, make sure it's ready. We'll be back shortly.
Sweet.
Alrighty, guys. It's Stitch Up time. So tonight, this is our April Fool's Day special. X-Wing, we are joined by the JAWAs, who's come up with this great idea. We have 4 players battling out. No, that roast is last. We have Boring Mike. Welcome, Boring Mike.
Yeah, cheers.
Sorry, the reason is he's dubbed Boring Mike is because I asked him, what name do you want to go under? Because all the Jawas have cool names, and he says Mike. And I go, you got anything more exciting? No, just Mike. Sorry, Boring Mike, welcome.
Well, I was the last minute addition, so...
On for to represent some Gundarks, we have our Wombat. Welcome, Sean.
Good evening, folks.
And, of course, someone who needs no introduction, who does like whiskey and may take a bribe, we have Khan.
Hello. I'm not feeling good right now. I'm looking at these lists. I'm not feeling good.
Oh, he'll be fine. They won't pick on you. Might not pick on you. They hope they don't pick on you. And to kick us off and give us a quick rundown, we are joined by Roasty Greg. Welcome, Greg.
G'day.
So give us the instructions. Tell the players how we get this thing underway.
Okay, so I will start by saying that there was also whiskey involved in the creation of this game type.
Oh, yeah.
This is the way.
There was some inspiration from the Aces High, and what happened was we decided that we wanted to fly 200 points and 2-ship lists. So what it comes down to is it's 4-player on a 3x3. We have set it up so you can do 6-player on a larger map, but most traditionally it's 4-player on a 3x3. 2 ships exactly, 200 points. So it's really, really simple in the way you set it up. You set yourself up so that you're range 1 from your edge, but you've still got to be range 3 from the corner you're allocated. So look, I might just give you a quick rundown as the rules as I've written them. So it's 4-player, 200 point extended, 2 ships exactly. The first player is determined randomly, then the player order is clockwise from the first player based on their starting corners. The next round, the position of the first player moves clockwise to the next player. Okay? Each player brings 2 obstacles, but they are placed in player order until there are 6 on the table. Ships are placed, move, and shoot in order of initiative and player order, and the winner is the last man standing, or if you play to time, you play with the most points left on the table. And the key factor to this is alliances are forbidden, but swaying your opponent's choice of targets are encouraged. If you have a shot, you must take it. You cannot choose to not take a shot.
Any
so
questions?
That pretty much covers it.
Yep. Any questions from the players?
Shoot Leia.
Leave Leia alone. She hasn't done anything to anyone.
So I think it's fair to note here that Wombat is flying my 4-force Leia list, which has got a couple of wins under its belt. So yes, I just want to point out Wombat did net list for the Stitch Up.
Anybody who knows me will tell you how good I am at list building, which is to say not at all.
There is nothing wrong with net listing, okay? I'm just going to put that out there. It's a sign of intimidation's a sign of flattery? Or,
There's nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
There you go. That's it. Thank you. Someone knows what they're talking about.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with list building. Shoot that.
Besides which, this list just looked so filthy I couldn't resist it.
That's fair.
Before we do begin, Nobby,
Yep.
we will need you to choose a random person to start. So I don't know how you're going to do that, but yes, we will need a random.
Okay. Well, here we go. I'll tell you what. I'm going to roll hits and misses. So what I'm going to do is pick which side. Hits and then misses. All right, and then we'll split them up into that. Okay, here we go. So hits. So it's one of you two. Okay. Leia, you get the hit. If you get the hit, or if it's misses, it'll go to the other one. So here we go.
I think Leia's about to get more hits than she knows what to do with.
Oh, sorry, Leia's the pink one. So this one's right. So you get it. Right.
Right.
I'm saying Leia was hits.
Okay,
I
so-
got them, the Falcons mixed up. So the purple one is Ray. Yeah. So Ray gets the first player.
All right, not a problem.
I'm going to clear that out. Lists are all
Hang on.
there.
I spent all my time.
While they get set up, I'm just going to quickly show what each of the players are flying. We've got Poe. We've got Ray. We've got a stolen Luke.
Looking at Leia. And I
Yeah.
didn't look at Ray. No, change it.
That's on you, Carl.
Shoot Ray.
Oh crap! What does Ray do?
Everything.
We got a red line is fine. I know some people will be
Red
like
line
that.
is scary. Red line is scary.
Jonas.
That's alright. He just does his thing. Don't worry about it.
We've got Zam and Django. Alright. Enough moving around the camera there. Everybody can see.
I'm sorry, Sam. I'm sorry, Jack. You'll get your ass whooped.
So we should just
I just had a closer look at Ray. Would you like to change your targeting priority, actor?
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't like Ray.
Let's get rid of Ray and then we can gang up on Leia.
Hey, alliances are forbidden, but you can influence your own
I like how you're saying that. Like, yeah, no, we'll get rid of that, and then you can gang off with me. That's fine.
I think actors just trying to go, hey, don't touch me. But if anyone here is considered a threat, it's the player.
Yeah.
So actor is the one we should all be scared of.
I'm sensing quite a bit of deflection here from the players, guys. Just pull your heads in. All right, it's all on. Okay.
Well, all I know is I bought a milk cart to a flipping Formula One race. Oh, let me put my rocks.
Alright.
Oh, my rocks are probably placing one rock left.
So we get given, everybody brings 2 rocks. We place down rocks until there's 6 on the table. So I'm first player, so I'm going first.
So just joining us, if you're just joining us in the chat there, this is a JAWA stitch-up. Last man standing. Ace is high, but with 200-point 2-ship lists is going to the last death. We're about to get underway.
Who's up next?
This is April Fool's Day. We thought, Greg, were you saying that April Fool's Day was the day of the JAWAs?
The day of the Stitch Crew. The Stitch Crew are probably the guys that broke ground on this. We are just a very small portion of the Perth JAWAs. So yeah, we try and encourage good play and good sportsmanship, or at least we hope to. But
You missed the word jank in there
so
too. Yeah.
oh, jank. I think we're the
Jank
leaders
Army
in
at
jank.
WA, yeah.
So we're going to listen in
Right,
as we
so
get set
how
up.
do we determine who goes next
Yeah.
for rotation? Is it forward and then back, and then it flips around, or?
It's clockwise, so from first player goes clockwise in a clockwise direction.
So the question is,
Yep.
the problem is you guys are front and back
yeah.
at the moment. So
We're kind of stacked.
yeah. So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. So front, back, front, back, and it'll go like that. Continue. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Just up the top
Beautiful,
Alrighty.
beautiful handwriting. Look.
Oh, beautiful penmanship.
So I am starting where the red marker is then. Okay.
Yep. Alright, so
Right,
Greg's
that
gone, so that
asteroid can
means
stay where that is. So
combat wombat's up.
I seem to have picked up the whole deck. No, that's better. I was going to say I've picked up all the debris fields. That's not clever. Done.
Or that's just genius.
1 on the fire spray. The problem is it's Khan, and everybody's probably going to go for him. I'm trying to say that in a whisper so the other guys don't hear, but yeah.
Why would they go for me?
You're Marshmallow, right?
you don't need to be concerned. Once the chaos begins, you'll be fine.
Listen, I'm looking at everybody's list here. I am getting
In the tradition, yeet.
absolutely monstered.
kind of
I'm getting
worked.
monstered.
Okay.
We're done.
I think we had someone drop from chat.
Somebody drops.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, one of you.
That would be Wombat.
Wombat, hopefully. Yep. All right.
Wombat, hopefully. Harsh,
Hopefully.
gee.
Oh, that is harsh.
That was a bit rough.
Oh,
Wombat, hopefully.
Just wait for him to rejoin.
what do you ever do to you? Jeez.
Because what's going to happen is that's going to happen. When you deploy, did you say you have to be 3 from the edge or something?
So you have to be within your area here.
Oh, you have to be.
All right, so 4 pieces down. Onto me. Oh no, let actor finish.
There you go, I'm done.
All right, what do we got?
As they're setting up as well, I will just say that as a player of multiple stitch-ups now, one thing that can work to a player's advantage is being a bit cagey, a bit coy with how you play as well. So there is an advantage to not going first. I would say in this scenario, in the first round in particular, being 4th player can work to your advantage. Unless, of course, in the first turn, somebody is pointing their ships in your general direction. It's not gonna work out well for you, maybe. But if you find that maybe the other players are going towards the middle or away from you, it might be advantageous to hang back a little bit and just see where the dice fall, so to speak.
John is back.
That's better. Sorry, I dropped out.
You're back.
Nah, that's all good, mate.
That's all right. You're just in time to place the final obstacle.
I need to grab another asteroid. Hang on. Sorry.
So there's a nice big gap in the middle there. It's a nice arena type play you can all go to in the middle. Just meet in the middle, guys. That's what I'm going to
Not
say.
anymore.
I just want to know that there's 1 agility ships on each person's list, except for Khan.
What the hell does that mean?
I'm just pointing out just something, you know, that there are 1 agility ships on the table.
1 agility ship. He's got Finn on, Ray. What the hell?
So, what is the last initiative we've got on the table?
5. No, we got a 4.
4. Probably me.
All right, so we've got a 4.
Boo earns. Actually, what the hell are their dials like? I don't know.
Come on, Mike. You know these ships. You've flown against them plenty of times.
Don't fall into his trap.
Yeah, but you're not here, Speedy. I don't know who to flag towards
I
now.
know. You're not going to chase me and make a beeline for me.
I mean, in fairness, you keep being next to me, so stop doing that.
I know. I got to stop it. Hard habits. Hard habits hard to kick.
Now, I'm not one to say that people are doing anything dodgy, but if you look at Jonas, he's already off the table, so technically...
Oh, is he? I honestly can't see underneath him because I've got my camera pinned top down. Hang on.
Yes, yeah. Technically, he's destroyed.
Yep. No worries.
He's fleeing.
There we go.
He's fleeing from the start.
You're good there. You're good there.
All right.
All right.
He was coming out of hyperspace.
All right. Let us get my 5 down.
And he's gone for a very neutral 45-degree angle, pointing inward towards the map.
Because, you know, stress don't matter.
All right, that's my 5. We're on to Wombat now.
Oh, I see how it is.
Oh dear. Here's the statement and a half there, isn't it?
Actually, no, I think he wants to get as far away from Ray as possible. That's the strategy here.
That's pretty much it. And Luke, I assume.
What you'll find in a stitch-up is that the walls will close in very, very quickly.
Looks like
Oh,
it.
gee, you don't say.
Who's Is it my 5 next?
No, it's red line after Luke's placed.
Okay.
Okay, Luke's the
Thank goodness.
Yeah, he's up turbo.
So what I'm going to do as you before we head off, can I just remind all the players 2 things: is bring the firing arcs up and leave your firing arc up as you shoot. When you roll the dice, change the dice results in the dice box, so we get the final result on stream. And also, if you can remember to pull out the dice, otherwise I'm going to unleash Spitty onto you guys to beat you up as he tries to pull them out for me.
Always pull out.
Speaking of Spitty, that's a really good quality picture of you on the stream there.
Oh, thank you. That's my modelling shot. That's my headshot.
Alright, did he drop out of the thingy again? No, he's in there. Okay.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah. So just bring up your arc and ping your target, just so me and Spitty can follow with a little bit of ease on who's shooting what, because there's going to be a lot of violence on the table. There's going to be a lot of targets for you to choose from, and remember, you must shoot. And if that ship has only one agility, then so be it. But there is
just one quick question, Nobby. Are we playing to time or are we playing to the inevitable end?
Well, it depends on how long it takes you guys to get to that end. I'm okay for like 2 hours. I'm not going to start the timer. It's going to be up to you guys to make a call. I've only assigned this one game. We have not got anything after this. We're just here for. I was going to say shit and giggles, but that's swearing. But too late. It is April Fool's.
Last man standing. The rules of Thunder two men enter, one man leave.
I got my iced tea. I'm here for a show. Come on, entertain me.
I would suggest we start the timer and just see what stage we're at when the timer finishes.
Oh no!
We don't have to stop just because the timer does.
I think
I like the idea of hitting 2 hours and assessing it.
Yeah, I would just say just play it on. If it gets to the point where I'm getting tired and I need to go, I'll go, hey guys, you got 15 minutes to wind it up. Or maybe I'll declare sudden death or something like that. You all got one hit point. We all got 1 hit point. But yeah, we'll play on because doing a time game, 75-minute time with 4 players, it's not going to work. Just play it as we go.
Yeah.
In fact, if anything, I'm going to put a 2-hour timer. I'll put a 2-hour timer up on the dial. You don't have to watch that, and I will hit you guys up.
75 minutes, given that I'm a bit of a TTS novice, would probably disadvantage everybody.
Just point the arc at them. That's what you need to do.
That bit I can manage.
All right, actor facing backwards. He's going to start with the 4K.
No, they've got talents.
Oh, somebody in the chat just said something. And the rule is that you must shoot if you have a target, correct?
That's right.
Does that include for Sam?
Yes, but you don't have to shoot at the ship carrying Zam. So,
what happens if Sam's the only target in your arc? You don't really want to shoot him.
You will be shooting at that.
You must shoot.
You must shoot.
You can't. You must. You can't shoot your own ships, right?
Oh, no, you can't shoot your own ships. No.
Only if you bring R5TK. That would be hilarious.
Yes, unless otherwise stated by the rules. But
yes.
in general,
Zam is down.
If we've got 2 more, we got Poe and for the chat there, it is Hills of Hope Poe, Commander Poe.
It is, yes.
So technically, my Django is an ace because he's the last 6, isn't he?
Well, the player 1 rotates, so.
Oh really?
Yeah, it
That's
goes
right.
clockwise around the table.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
So it's gonna get funky. The clockwise is this way. Is that correct?
that is correct.
Okay.
Can confirm.
I got it the first
12
time.
years of private education, can confirm.
Okay, you guys all done? You guys all there? Spitty. Rather than pull everybody out to a different room, we're going to leave them in that room, and we're going to go check out the other place. All right. Can you just ping the table once when you're actually getting started, so me and Spitty will know. We're going to have a little chat. Wish you guys all the best of luck.
Good luck.
Thank you, Nobby.
All right. Spitty, can you hear me?
Nobby, I can loud and clear, mate. How are you?
Oh man, I'm good. I'm good. Just me and you here. Can you hear the other? Can you hear the other guys in? We got them. We got the bot in there. Just okay.
Yes, I can. I can hear them all conspiring now. I've just muted them for the time being, so I want to be focused on you, Nobby.
Okay.
Just for the time being while they're getting set up.
Turn it right down, so if when we're chatting and stuff like that. But I want to hear the juicy good bits. You need to tell me when I should go in too. If they're having a really good discussion, I'll jump in and we can share it with the audience, because I think for me that's kind of like the one of the best part of the Aces High is that the negotiations, as I like to say, when you're at the table. But anyway, look, so we have Spitty over from the Western Australia JAWAs. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Nobby, great to be here.
So tell us a little bit about the JAWAs if you can, while they're still getting underway. I know that the Western Australians, and you've got a whole bunch of you guys over there, and you've got a couple of divisions, I think, because of the different regions over there. But tell me a bit more. Tell me for the audience that are tuned in and watching this game.
Yeah, sure thing. Well, as far as the JAWAs go, the JAWAs are one. We're not really divided as you put it. I'm still fairly. No, you're right. I'm still fairly new to the JAWAs myself. I started playing X-Wing at the end of 2019, and I was looking for an X-Wing group to play with, and I found the JAWAs, or rather, the JAWAs found me, and the rest, is they say, is history. I believe the JAWAs have been part of the only X-Wing crew in WA since 2013. So when first edition X-Wing came out. Led by the imitable Andrew and Rob and a couple of the others whose names escape me at the moment. So that's who we are. The Stitch Up was the creation of you wouldn't call us a subgroup, but a small group. We call ourselves a Stitch crew, but we're not trying to be a separate group, or to ostracize anyone. Just a group of mates hanging out who are working very hard to bring the JAWAs together and to promote the game of X-Wing to the rest of the state.
Excellent. So sorry, I didn't mean so much division, but I know that there was you had a little, I guess, sub clan, or group of players. I don't mean division in any way, shape, or form.
No.
I just knew that there was I think that someone, I think it was Greg, was telling me that there was a South Perth, for the the Outer Rim. No, it wasn't Outer Rim. It was Outer Rim Strugglers.
Outer Rim Strugglers, yeah, that's right. I mean, these little groups, they're more, terms of endearment. There's no real separation between the groups. You wouldn't even call us North, Central, South, or whatever. I mean, we're all JAWAs. I mean, the JAWAs stick together. Utini for life, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah. In numbers, you can swarm anything with numbers, right?
That's right. We are the Janky Army of Western Australia, after all. We are the Swarm Army of Western Australia, after all. I'm really excited about this game tonight, Nobby. First of all, can I just say, Gundark streaming, going great guns at the moment. I think beside GSP, the Gold Squadron podcast, you are the most frequently streamed X-Wing stream in the world at the moment, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a few others that do more regularly than us. We're normally doing 2 nights a week, Tuesday, Thursdays. We do occasional Saturdays. We don't do every Saturday. Saturday. Well, we do. When I say occasional Saturdays, is we actually do something every Saturday. Except sometimes it's the in-person store, and then sometimes we organise international matches.
Very good.
Yeah, and the time we don't do Sundays when we've got something planned for Sunday, which we got an attack run in about 3 weeks, I think. But yes,
excellent.
We try and be consistent and try to give you content and try to keep X-Wing relevant for everybody. It's been a rough year, and I don't know. I want this game to continue and to thrive.
Yeah. And
the best way is to keep players engaged, right?
That's right, exactly right. And look, there is content aplenty, and the more X-Wing content we have, the better for all the players. Because speaking for myself personally, that's how I got into the game. I saw X-Wing content on the internet. I thought that's a pretty cool game, and this is back in the days of first edition. And I've always been a Star Wars fan. I love the B-Wing, but it wasn't until second edition came out for myself that I thought, yeah, now's the right time to get into the game. And I saw there were Jedis aplenty in the Republic. And I thought, that's my faction. So if it wasn't for streams like this, content being produced like this, there wouldn't be new players like me and others, I suppose.
I'm great to hear we reach out, and it has an effect. I mean, that warms my heart. I do apologise for any of the excessive A-wing references that you may have or hear tonight or on previous and future streams. It's kind of in my blood. But overall, look, hey, I'm really happy to hear that. Thank you. Thanks for that.
That's good. No, you're very welcome. And look, we do have our first movement from the players at the moment. So we have Ray, by the look of it, taking a target lock on Actor. Poor Actor is copying it already.
Oh. So just so you know, like we offered, because this was the first time we're trying this, and I wasn't too sure how it is, and I think I was talking to Greg, and if it's not Greg, I do apologise, but I think it was Greg who I said, look, how about we get this thing together, put in 2 JAWAs who know at least what they're doing in this game, and I'll get 2 other people in, and we'll have a good time, and that should have been a bank. Sorry, I just see someone in the chat. Probably Ray, maybe. Yeah, maybe Ray was meant to do a bank. Yeah, no. It's okay. He'll stay on the board. It's fine. So, yeah, Greg was. I said, yeah, get two JAWAs on there so we can do it. Ideally, get a third so we have someone to chat about it, because I wanted to bring. We have not had much JAWAs on the stream, and I wanted to go like it's not just about Queensland and New South Wales. And we get a lot of Singapore as well. I wanted to reach out because we were all about trying to get in contact and engaging on the. Go the sprays, baby. Okay, sorry, I just read catch up in chat there. Yeah, I wanted to get in touch with all of Australia, and I was thinking, you know what, we haven't had on for a while. We haven't had JAWAs, and we did your Digi League, and this is where this came up, and you know, April Fool's Day, perfect thing for this, and you know, lots of fun. So
it is Stitch Day after all. Yeah.
It's Stitch Day after all. There you go. It is digital Stitch Day today.
Digi Stitch Day. And we're happy to be part of this, you know. And we, as I said, you know, we really love the live streams and we really love the content. And I'm sure that there are JAWAs outside of those who are taking part tonight who would be more than happy to take part in a live stream game on the Gone Dark stream.
Oh, excellent. We're going to have. We're not going anywhere. We're sticking around. We've grown our team. Matt's also now going to be taking over some of the streaming duties. It gives me a little bit of breathing room. So we've got 2 people that can handle the streams now, so we can regularly do your Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I will be doing the Saturdays as long as I don't have in real life X-Wing. That was basically the thing I was trying to do, and just making sure because I do like to play. I love doing the streams. I also need to play X-Wing myself too.
That's right. This is catharsis. This is our therapy. This is how we just unwind, forget about the real world for a little while.
Wait. Are you saying there's a life outside of X-Wing? Sorry.
I know, right? It seems bizarre. Yes.
Why didn't I get the memo?
So, by the look of it, we have Wombat, who's making some movement towards Mike there in the corner. Interesting to see what Mike's maneuver is going to be. Looks like we have a one. Okay, all right. We've got a Mexican standoff happening already.
Oh yeah, it's going to be violent.
Now with Leia and Luke with the higher initiative and player order over Mike, they're going to have first shots over Mike. So Mike's got a bit of beef there. You know, he could take a couple of shots.
Now I just think I just wanted that red liner might be just out of range for a lock. Like, so he can't. If he can do a boost. But if he takes a focus, I worry he's going to be just out of range for there we go. So he takes a boost to get the lock.
On the boost, yeah. So I reckon if you're Mike right now, you look at Leia and go, "That's my bigger fish." In range for both. Okay, so you've got Luke there with stealth device, so that means it's going to gain 1 additional green dice to evade with, or try to evade. So at range 3, that's going to be 4 dice with Luke.
I completely forgot. Red line can take 2 locks. Can he take 2 locks? Yeah, when you perform a lock, you get a second lock action. Yeah, so he can choose whichever ship he wants. Actually, that's actually pretty good. I can shoot you. What should you?
Nicely played. I'm just going to hear what the chat is.
Khan is running.
Yeah, Mike seems pretty happy with that. Yeah, I'd be happy with that too.
And
so in a stitch, jousting is going to happen. I mean, there's not a whole lot of places you can go on a 3 foot by 3 foot map to get away from each other, unless you're like me and play Delta 7, eat the sprites and be cowardly. You're just biding your time. But for bigger ships like this with bigger bases, jousting is going to happen. It seems that Actor is coming around the flank, around the back, which is also a very good tactic at this point.
into all the guns again. Don't do it me and fly straight into all the guns again. Yeah. Hey, well, look, these two are going to fight. Khan is there just going to chill and watch these guys battle it out. And meanwhile, Greg is, or I should say Roasty, is going in there. He made a mistake with the 3 bank. He should have been, but he's still fine. I think you do a 3 turn next turn and boost up there. Try and start capturing.
He's fine. Yep. Flying your own ship off in a stitch up never happened, I swear.
Depends on how much you're drinking, right?
Greg will neither confirm nor deny alcohol being involved in his game tonight.
Well, it's okay. We'll just call it iced tea. Either way.
Very, very good. I've had 3 iced teas, if that means anything. Okay.
Yes, that's right. It's up to the audience to interpret the meaning behind iced tea.
That's right. I mean, you got to keep your vocal cords lubricated, don't you?
Yeah, that's right. Hey, I'm thirsty. What can I say?
Especially when you're commentating for potentially 2 hours. We're keeping a timer, aren't we? Or are we going till last man standing?
No. I said we'll put the clock up for 2 hours, which I should actually start, and we'll see how we go. Probably. I mean, I want to see the last man standing. I want to see till final blood. But if it gets drawn out too long, then I'll start issuing sudden death. I suggested
sudden death. Yeah.
So, I would like to see this play out. I'm really happy to do that. I had no plans.
All right, we have our first shots coming in. First shot's coming in from Wombat. He's firing at red line by the look of it. Yeah, well, that's the only one in range. So the rules are in Stitch Up. If you have a shot, you have to take it.
Yep.
But if you have more than one target in your firing arc, you can be selective. And this is where the game of negotiation comes into play as well. So what do we got? We got, okay, fairly average roll, hit crit. And that's actually a pretty good result, given that normally it's only a 1 agility ship. Mm-hmm. So 1 shield. 1 damage taken.
Now the thing is, Leia, if I remember correctly, has... Okay. So Ezra's a double tap, but he has to choose out of the another arc. So actually, he won't get the double tap because
that's right.
He can only shoot front and back.
So if you're Wombat at this point, I reckon that red line's your bigger threat. I would pile all in. Is that a range 2 shot? It looks like a range 2 shot.
Yeah, I just went to check chat.
Yeah.
It is a range 2 shot into red line. There's going to be 3-on-1.
3-on-1. Which could potentially wipe red line shields in this turn.
Now, the thing is, did he take an evade? He should have. I think Leia could have taken the evade there because that way he got the rerolls for defense. He got.
Oh no, we're shooting at Jonas by the look of it.
What you doing, Wombat? Ooh, spend that force.
Yep, use the force, Luke.
There we go.
There we go. So 3 hits, a full string. Rolling 3 dice to defend.
And what's Jonas got?
Is he going to spend the focus?
Well, I think he's
Jonas.
taking... Oh, he's taking... He's just going to take it. He wants to keep the barrage.
Okay, all right. Yeah, keep that shot modified.
So it's actually interesting because the way the scoring works, and correct me if I'm wrong, right, is it's not how much damage you do. Because realistically, you can kill everybody, and if you die, you die. It's last man standing,
right.
So you've actually got to play defensive.
Last man standing.
Yeah, you got
to play defensively.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the scenario might occur where you might halve a ship, but then another player might finish off the ship. So how do you divide the points?
Yep.
So the objective is in Stitch Up is to survive.
Yep.
You can be really aggressive, or you could be really cagey. Either way, it's played out right until the end, until time or until your last man standing.
Yeah. Well, and if there's iced tea involved, it could literally mean the last man standing.
Now, there have been many stitch ups in the past with myself and my JAWA brethren, where lots of iced tea has been consumed, and we haven't gotten through round 1 until about 2.5 hours, 3 hours later. So, I think we're going to be more efficient tonight, by the look of it.
The advantage of the advantage of TTS is it will actually move around a little bit better. Yes. Save things going and keep things going smoothly. Now, I'm just going to rename, just in case, because it still says Wave 9 Played Test, and I do apologise to those watching. I had a lot going on, trying to get everything juggled, and I forgot to change the stream name. So, I'm going to change it right
So
now.
Red line is firing at Leia. And Red line is going to be shooting his, by the look of it, proton torpedoes.
It goes going in. Is he going to Luke? Or you've only got a single mod though.
Or is he going into Luke?
Alright.
Well, red line is a target lock on both, so maybe if you're shooting at Luke, you try wipe that stealth device. Try push something through.
Yeah, I mean, Luke's got you got to knock that soft device off, Luke. Sean was asking me too, like considering about taking Jyn Erso, and at the time I didn't think, oh yeah, no, Jyn Erso's good, but gee, what crew are you going to give up?
Yeah.
And now
So
looking at it,
looks as though Leia is going to be the target. Goodness me, that is a
that's a
decent
good roll.
roll. Hit me.
I feel he's going to roll that blank into. Oh, he's got function control. He's got.
And he's going to.
Oh, he's got force. Oh, he's got force.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Violence.
Goodness me. I love it. So that's a bit more than tit for tat. You don't mind losing 3 shields, 1 shield of red line after all that.
Yep. Well, Leia has 6 shield.
And rolls a blank, so it's taking 4 shields.
Oof. He did not actually have. He did not take the evade. 1, 2, 3, 4. Technically, and also can get the force back with hate, but I think that means you have to take a stress. At this point, it's 5.
Could potentially be a mistrigger, and mistriggers do happen in a stitch up. And the good thing and bad thing about a stitch up is that if your opponent misses a trigger, you may just decide tactically, I'm not going to remind you about that because it works to my advantage.
Absolutely.
All right, so Jonas returning fire to Leia.
And using barrage rockets because I think he had a focus token there and just kept it on.
That's right.
Board.
That's right.
Let me see if I can actually change the camera view so maybe we can get a.
So Leia's in the bullseye, which means that 1 more dice is going to be rolled.
Oh no, 1 dice can be re-rolled. He can spend a charge to re-roll the dice. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, that's violent. Oh, that's.
Spends the focus for hit, crit.
Oh, that's right. Leia at least got.
Now,
Oh, okay. That's lucky. I mean, his shield's down now, but none of those crits actually hurt.
Oh, because there was shield upgrade. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Very clever, Wombat. But that opens things up for the other players now. The other players may decide now that Leia has shields down, and it may just be convenient for them, better for them to put everything into Leia, and get Leia off the board. Because Leia with 4 force is a fairly significant threat.
But this would be gang up, wouldn't it? I mean, for sure.
One of the rules of a stitch up is that you can't form alliances, but you may just decide to influence, negotiate, and try to convince your opponent that one shot is more preferable than the other.
The question is, at what point can you do that? Can you do that when dials are being set? Can you do that?
You can do it at any time. You can do it at the system phase. You can do it at the engagement phase. It's all about the art of negotiation. Alliance is forbidden, but negotiations are welcomed and encouraged.
Yeah. Or everything must be brought to the table. As I told Sean before going into this, I said you're not allowed to do alliances. You can't team up with Khan. But at least if you're going to do it up at the table where everybody knows. Oh, but Khan. I'm actually surprised though that Khan's been left alone here. I thought he would be the first target you guys would want to go over.
To be perfectly honest, he positioned himself really well. By facing his ships backwards, facing towards the back end of the map, so he can hook around to the left, because he's got plenty of options there now. He can either do a hard turn into the left or bank to the left. which
Yep.
will put him towards Mike or Leia,
Mhm.
Mike or Wombat. Or he may just decide to do a Talon roll and go for Ray. It really just depends on how ballsy or how cagey he's feeling at the moment.
Yeah.
But I just get the impression that Actor just wants to just get a sense for the battlefield at the moment, just see how things progress for a little while.
Oh yeah.
Maybe he's holding back until first player comes to him so he can get those first shots off.
I think he's just out there waiting till he smells blood. Then he's going to go in for the kill, and he's going to choose violence because also too, if a ship is nearly dead, and you have a choice of shooting Khan, who's full health, or a nearly dead person, most people
That's
will
right.
probably get rid of the shot. In which case, if that happens too, then Khan goes, okay, you killed him, great, now I can shoot you.
Yep.
So yeah, no, Khan is playing very smartly here. It's almost like he's a good player.
I know, right? I mean, who'd have thunk it?
This is actually a less filthy list because he was restricted to 2 ships. He's actually got two big boys, and there's no bobber. So hey,
He's got a less filthy list. So what was he considering bringing before he considered this one?
Oh, I'm not too sure. He messaged me and I said, "Oh, this is happening. Would you like to do it?" Things we're going to have the chat, and he said, "Yeah, let's do that." And he said, but he did tell me that this is his janky list.
Right.
Janky. Yeah.
And it is a janky list. I've had the displeasure, whatever you want to call it, of coming up against Greg in our own stitch ups at home.
Yeah.
Very difficult to deal with, very scary. But you don't want to be in a firing arc of Leia, 4-force Leia too early.
Yeah, I like the layer list, and Sean did too, because the first version he sent me was this. He did now, to be fair, he did have Brilliant Evasion on, and I said, I don't like Brilliant Evasion. I'd like to have Heightened Perception on there, because the opportunity will come where you might be able to get an initiative kill on a initiative 6 ship or something like that, and the maths behind Brilliant Evasion generally means it's kind of like not good because you actually have to roll 2 focus results, and often like that's a rare kind of thing. He doesn't. Luke also is one of those pilots that doesn't actually suffer that much from requiring more force, because every time he's defending he gets one back, so he's okay to spend 2 and then ask to defend another shot, and then yes, sometimes you might roll 2 focus results and then next time roll 2 focus results, but the focus result is next to the blank is the least likely dice, least likely paint result on the dice. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. All about maths hard. Me, I just roll dice and come what may.
Yeah. Hey,
which is probably half my problem.
If you just roll natties, it's fine. It's simple. Yeah, 800 points on the board. Yes, fish cake. 800 points on the board. This is crazy. I suggest you grab some food, grab some snack, some popcorn or something. Grab yourself a drink. This is completely not serious X-wing. It's nuts. It's basically nuts.
So, for those just joining us, the Stitch Up is a concoction by members of the Perth JAWAs. It's a variation of Aces High, with some rules that have been altered. You can bring 2 ships, 200 points. You can load up as many upgrades to your ship as you want. It's last man standing, free for all, battle royale, whatever you want to call it. Rotating initiative, rotating first player. And it's a whole lot of fun. And you can be as nasty as you like with your builds, as nasty as you like to your friends.
But they have to have 2 ships. They have to have 2 ships,
that's right. We also have a 100-point variation of the game as well. So still 2 ships. That one's... You think that those games would go a bit quicker, but no, with the way we play with a lot of iced tea, they go over as long.
Yeah. Hey, at least by doing this on TTS, the iced tea and less like the ships actually still move the 3 turn. Like, I mean, sometimes drinking you do a 3 turn ends up being a 3 bank.
I'm actually worried. I'm actually slightly worried about Greg here with Ray. There's a 2 hard to the left fit there.
The 2 hard or the 3 hard will stay on the board. It will just move up. And yeah, he's fine. It looks scary, but no, it's fine. He should be fine as long as he doesn't do a 3 bank this time. He does a 3 turn or 2 turn, he'll be okay.
That's right. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right, so we got some bumping action over here. So Leia bumping into Jonas, and Luke with the 4 forward. So going for the bump, looking to avoid engagement, I think.
Yeah, I'm just get a top-down camera to see. Question is, red line could actually just bump on layer. Yeah. So that means if he does, Luke's going to have a nice juicy shot at range 1.
Yes.
And
Yep. And being first player for this round, that'd serve Wombat just fine.
Now, just for clarification, red line did take a shield, and Jonas lost his shield and took a damage. Okay, but the point is, no points for each player. Points don't matter.
Okay, you know what?
Half points don't
Points
matter.
don't matter. Half points don't matter. Bit doesn't matter. Look, you know what? We're going to have a shot from layer on red line as well. So this is not looking good for Mike. I believe that red line is in layer's arc.
Oh yes, I think that's confirmed. And this is where we have.
Here we go. Here's Actor coming around the corner like we were talking about.
Yep, and just going in. He smells the blood. He's got a free shot here. He did the boost in. There is no force. No, they've got Lone Wolf on Zam.
Lone Wolf on Zam.
Yeah. There is Perceptive Co-Pilot, but there is actually no force. He did not have Count Dooku. So I guess it's a little bit janky. I would say there is some wholesomeness to the list. It's not the usual Count Dooku and Palpatine. He's actually got no force to rely on. He's also got auto blasters. Look at that.
Goodness me. Now, I've not flown against Actor before. I've not had the pleasure. What kind of player is Actor normally? Is he experimental with his list? Does he like to try new things?
Okay. Well, firstly, pleasure is probably not the word I would actually use. I mean that in a nice way. Yeah, great chap. No. Great chap, honestly. But if you play him in the competitive nature, think of something that is just truly filthy or nasty, and you just go, I don't want to fly against that. And if it's that, that's probably Khan's list. Okay, you go through down and looking at all the things and go, I don't want to fly against that. That's probably Khan.
Greg doing a 3 hard to the left with Ray, and yep, fits in just comfortably there.
Did I call Jank wholesome? No, Jank and wholesome are completely different things. Jank is Jank. Jank is like random stuff put in together that's not in the meta. Wholesome is have nice, good little tricks. That basically are really mean and do really mean things to your opponent. So they can be similar, but they are different. I consider Jank and Wholesome different. You can have wholesome Jank. You can have wholesome Jank though.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. And I'd say that in the context of Stitch Up, where everyone's doing Jank, we're trying to be janky and nasty. It is actually wholesome because everyone's trying to stitch everybody up. Everyone's bringing their own nasties. I can't get my head around Jank at the moment. I'm not a janky player, which is why the very first stitch up we did, I brought 2 Jedi in Delta 7 the sprites in the 7B configuration. I just thought I can't bring myself to do it. I can't be that nasty. I did learn my lesson eventually, but yes, I can confirm, did end up winning the very first stitch up, the inaugural stitch up, with 2 Jedi, with Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah. No. So like Wombat's layer, I think is jank. I think it's brilliant too. The fact you won't see this in a meta list, but you got 4 force layer with hate, and in this kind of format, that can actually be really good. You got mods for days, and you just go in there and take the evade, and anyone shoots. I just want to quickly just check. Sorry, Sean's. He's okay. All right. Oh, okay.
All right. So Django out of range for a target lock by the look of it. What was the action there? Was it a boost?
Yeah, I would say boost. He did a boost to keep in with with Zam.
Okay.
It's got
Very good. All right. So what Greg's doing here, he's assessed the situation and he's decided, no, we want to go to the left. We want to come around everyone's flank or behind, and try to get everyone at an outmaneuver type angle.
Yep. He's gone for the inset path. He knows that if he spends all his turn just trying to chase down Khan, those medium bases with a boost can actually move pretty damn fast. He has overdrive, Poe? Please tell me he has overdrive. Yes, he does. I see overdrive. So he does have overdrive, so he could actually catch him. Or actually not really. A 4 straight with a boost versus a 3 straight with an overdrive boost is about the same. So he wouldn't actually catch him. He would just be, chasing the tail of Khan. So this is I like this. He needs to get in there to get relevant. Start putting in some pressure. Oh.
So we're just going back in time. Okay.
Oh, I think he's playing around with the overdrive. He probably
Okay.
he probably did a two speed boost. So we've got. Sorry, I'm just checking. Ski Town. Is it Ski Town? JAWA?
Rob. Yes. Yeah, Rob. How you doing, Rob?
Oh, that's Rob. How are we doing?
That is Rob, JAWA leader.
Ah, that's Rob Blackstone, isn't it?
That's Blackstock. That's right.
Yep. So he's like telling me, saying there was a time he ran out of charge tokens with his double YV666.
Okay. All right. Yep. So range 1 from Leia into red line. So Leia's going to be rolling 4 red dice into red line's 1.
Red line.
No mods.
And red line's going to be taking it. He's going to be getting a shot by Zam as well. And Cellbrute, yes, we've sorry, not Cellbrute. No, Cellbrute, yes. Cellbrute, yes. This is imagine Aces High on steroids. So this is a. I mean, I think that sums it up nicely. This is everybody has 2 ships. Yeah, 2 ships, 200-point list. Correct. Yeah, free for all.
Oh, the natties. That is a beautiful
Violence.
roll. Oh, all right, red line, not good. Oh, okay, that's all right. Small. What's the word I'm looking for? Small commiserations, small compensation.
Yeah,
Taking
it's fine.
3 hits, which means
3 shields down. Shields down on red line.
3 shields down. Okay, that could have ended up a lot worse. It's about to get worse
And
because
actually,
Luke and Leia out of range, and red line is the only ship in the firing arc, and he must take that shot.
oh, he looks like I think he's actually taking. Is it 2 or did he ping the other one? Luke has no shot. Yep. Okay, just checking for Luke. Yeah, only red line at range 3. Yep. Why is Luke shooting?
Goodness me.
Oh, Luke is shooting at Jonas.
A range 1 shot. Very okay.
Well,
Very
he
good
didn't-
roll.
He didn't use force.
Spends the force. Yep, spend a force
Yeah.
to change a focus to a hit. Oh, no, is he? Is he still thinking about it? Well, the evade dice have been rolled, so it's a missed opportunity.
Yeah, but I'm just
Oh
there
no,
he goes, there he
has
goes.
decided to change it now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So
Probably-
they were happy to
probably-
let that one through.
Yeah, he probably called it. I mean, because it's Luke. He didn't no reason not to, and he just didn't change it in time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So that looks a hit.
Jonas
on the crit.
has received a crit fuel leak. Here's the critical hit.
Okay, that's 4 damage down.
Yeah, 2 hull remaining on Jonas. Okay, Zam taking a shot on red line. Red line, the only enemy ship in the firing arc, must take the shot.
That Java list looks nasty there, Rob. And you ran out of charges. Oh god. So it is actually no mod shot onto 2 green, so it's actually might not do much damage. Hit crit.
Hit crit, I'd say is still fairly significant. So we're defending with 2 dice. It was unobstructed. Hey, the natties, we're
And that is
fine.
it.
We're happy.
He's fine.
Yeah, red line lives another day. Yeah, he was pretty happy about that one.
Yeah. Oh,
Just emphasizing that with a few tabs, arrows, and the.
oh, I get that.
in
When
TVS.
you roll good, well, just when you need to, it makes you excited. He knew rolling dice was so much fun. And so here we go with Greg. You said who knows what he's doing apparently with this game, but he's just chilling now. It's his time to sit
Yeah,
back.
he's not
and-
normally. Yeah, having played him against him quite often. I know we got a return shot, so Jonas is now firing into Luke at range 1.
Now did
Unmodified shot. So Luke just have stealth device active. There comes a 3rd green dice, or blue dice in this
Yep.
situation. 3 onto 3. So you think with averages Jonas should be able to push something through. Double crit
Ooh.
is the result.
Luke just needs 2 paint. Luke will get a force back
Yep.
because defending just needs 2 paint, 2 and 3 paint.
There's your 2
Yeah,
paint.
he needed it. Suspend the force. He's fine. The Khan
Yeah,
buddy
suspend
bus is
the
more
force.
fun. Yeah. Hey, I've played against that Khan party bus so many times. Well, not so many times, but it's nasty. It really, and it's scary. That's the worst thing. And the way Khan plays it, it's not easy to get behind the bus.
So there's a critical hit on Jonas, and that is fuel leak. After you suffer 1 critical damage, suffer 1 damage, and repair this card.
He's only got 2 health left, so he just needs 1 crit, and he goes boom. So this is the first player now moving. So this would be the
That's
third
right.
person. So this is actually, the boring Mike. And I only said boring because I asked him, well, what's his JAWA name? It's like Mike.
Now, Mike's actually in a pretty good situation. I wouldn't underestimate him at the moment, because have a look at all these bombs.
Oh God.
On Jonas, he's got a choice of thermal detonators, proximity mines, and with Actor on your 6, or where is he at? He's at about a 7 o'clock position. You drop bombs.
Oh yeah.
You might be dying the next round. Just drop bombs.
Now
Redline can drop something as well.
he's got
Drop them all,
thermals.
Mike.
He's
Drop
got
all the
thermal-
bombs.
He's got thermal and proxy mine, so he's going to actually have a decision to which one to use. So proxy mines will guarantee damage. And you've got Luke and Leia just in front of you.
Although, given that it is a stitch up, you might decide to throw down thermal detonators just to give the other players around you a bit of an advantage, just to try and entice them into attacking a different target apart from you.
Yeah, because actually, this is actually also too. The more people you have remaining on the board, right, the more allies you have in some way. Like, if there's more people shooting at other people for you, then you less time you have to engage. So keeping
That's
people
right.
on the board, keeping them alive, actually makes it easier. It reminds me of a little game of coup, where if you have if you kill off one person straight away, you actually have it makes it harder. You kind of want to like keep one person in the game because it makes a decision for your opponents onto what they can do. So
That's right.
yeah.
If it were me, I think about my own tail at the moment. If I'm a Mike, I'd drop the thermal detonators. But Actor being Actor, he may see that coming a mile away. I reckon we're going to see a hard turn to the left. Maybe a bank from Django. Maybe banks from both. Maybe he plays it a little bit slow just to avoid the bombs.
Could do. So Khan did take a double fire spray list to the Luke turns away. He did not drop bombs.
Hits the gas cloud.
Wait. Did I miss something? There was no bombs.
You know what? I think we went to system phase and he decided not to drop bombs. Okay, that's very surprising.
Oh, I'm going to scare you to do something silly, but then I'm not going to drop bombs. Oh no, undo. I think they're doing bombs.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Well, Wombat just sees what's coming. He's getting a bit antsy. Wants to get the heck out of there.
Oh yeah.
I would too.
Yeah. I don't blame him.
With potentially four thermal detonators being dropped there.
Yeah. But the great thing is, it's not just Luke that make it eat the thermals. You've got Khan coming out the side here too.
Yeah, which is why I think we're going to see hard turning left in from Actor. If he's paying attention, he knows that bombs are coming or may be coming.
Yeah, no, I get
Greg, I'm actually surprised by the way Greg's playing at the moment. Normally, he's quiet. He charges in like a wounded bull. This is actually a very conservative play from Greg.
I think because he did the 3 bank. He did the 3 bank that turned out to be 3 hard and then puts him in a little bit of a bad spot. And add to that Khan just went shot out of there. So there was no point in him choosing. So it's more that he is where he is because he's literally 2 turns after messing up the first round. And there's just nowhere to go. He looked like he was going after Khan early, but he didn't.
All right, I'm just going to have a little listen into the chat.
Yep.
Are we getting any system phase action?
Talk to me. Tell me what you hear. Who's going what?
Yeah. All right, Mike is mentioning systems phase. So here we are seeing bombs being dropped. By actor.
Oh, actor. They might have been having to work out who drops bombs first.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it goes from initiative down towards the top, and then player order. Is that right?
Correct. But we've got a few. There's quite a lot of 5s on the board, so the 5s would do theirs first. First player
So
looks like it is.
There is
on,
an initiative 3. There is a 3 on the board, so it'll be Jonas first.
Jonas is 4. Sorry, Jonas is 4.
Oh, Jonas is 4. Yep.
Yes, Jonas will definitely be first. Yes, yeah, there we go. That's Jonas. But he's not doing Jonas, he's actually doing red line.
He's not doing Jonas, but red line. Okay, so maybe he's anticipating a bump again from Jonas.
I think it looks like he's going for proxy. No?
Or is he after...
There we go.
There we go. Oh, no.
Oh, did he just drop it on his own ship?
No, I saw the critical token. Okay. But,
oh, you scared me there.
Yeah, I clenched. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, no, it was a quick token. Okay.
So, yeah, good placement, Mike. Well done. And second proxy mine.
So you're going to switch sides there, guys. Just bear with me. So we can see all the fun over this side. Are you dropping the second plate, proxy?
Mike just questioning his bomb dropping tactics at the moment. There's a bit of negotiation going on, which is quite amusing because Actor's got quite a bit to say about these proxy mines.
Who moves first over those proxy mines? Who is likely to go first?
I think that Leia is going to eat them.
Okay, Leia's going to go over. There we go. So he's putting both of them down.
Yeah, so Leia, who has shields down, she's going to take its 1 damage and then rolling 2 dice for each proxy mine.
Potential roll take six hits.
Takes 6 hits, which could potentially destroy her, I believe. Oh no, she's got 8 hull. So, well, it'll do the job.
I just want to point out here, we do have Poe on the table. Now, I know sorry, because someone mentioning we got quite balanced with 2 fast sprays, 2 Falcons, and a smattering of other less mentionable ships. Now, how come? Just for clarification, Resistance is the best faction in the game. Okay, so Poe is not. I mean, he is the Commander Poe, and maybe he's the not as good Poe, and he's a 2 points cheaper Poe. And realistically, you ask yourself why you're flying him instead of the trigger happy flyboy Poe. But Poe is trash. Oh!
Shots fired.
Don't make me ban you. Okay.
That's a great maneuver. So Jonas manages to squeeze out of it.
He managed to fly over the top. Look at that.
That is precision Jedi-like flying. Speaking of Jedi, not enough Jedi on the board, in my opinion.
Hey, well, you got Leia. You got Luke.
Well, more is more, right?
You got Rey. You got 3 Jedi on the board potentially.
Need more Jedi. Jedi in the golden age of the Republic.
You know, there is one thing that's going to really be sad in this list, in this format.
What's that?
And that's A-wings. How can you make 100-point A-wing?
Oh. How many points is Ahsoka Tano? 49?
Like 49. You could probably get 60 if you put everything on it. But yeah, like you can have a really big bid, but the point of this format is there is no bid. Bid doesn't work.
Now, Nobby, there is a variation of Stitch Up. There is a 100-point version, so you could very well fly an A-wing in a 100-point version of the game.
You can fly two. Okay, we're gonna do the 100-point version.
You can fly 2. Yeah. Hera and Ahsoka. There you go. There's your list.
Done. Easy. I can work with that.
And for extra flavour, you might decide to play hyperspace Stitch Ups as well, which is disgusting.
Yeah. No,
the idea is
in this format,
play extended, no bars hold back.
Yes. Yeah. No. I think in this format you go all the filth. As we call it. We were playing extended. Bring all the filth you can.
All right, so it looks as though a 4 straight. Oh no, okay, all right. It's actually not necessarily a bad thing for Actor. He's going to be.
Oh, this is probably
mean-
why Karnas was saying, "Hey, what about the Oh boy, so Khan definitely takes damage. Let me get the overlay for
So
Khan.
1 damage.
And what's
The
he
good
roll?
thing is though, his arm is still shielded, so it might not be as bad as first thought.
He does have
So
Perceptive
Perceptive
Co-Pilot.
Co-Pilot being used. Yep. So rolling 2 dice, already taking 1, and taking a full
He's taking
proxy
all
mine.
3. Wow.
All 3. Okay, so 3 shields down. All right, that's a bit of a swing right there. Yeah, I thought for sure that Actor would have seen the bombs being dropped for sure.
I think also that maybe he thought that Ray would be triggering and if it was proxy mine.
Yeah, I think that he's worried about Ray coming in
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's
from
right.
the opposite direction.
Yeah. No, he wanted to go fast because he was worried about Ray. Yeah.
Now the fire sprays, they've only got they can only go as fast as 4 forward. Is that correct?
That is correct. But it's a medium base ship, which means if it's more like we got
Okay,
actually got a lot of big bases on the ship on the table, so it's not as fast as them. But yeah, he's worried about Ray. Pure and simple.
Yep.
Ray can now
Right.
like do a boost. Just go in.
Then there's Django to come in as well. If you're Django, where do you go? Do you follow Zam,
Give me.
or do you maybe bank in?
I think he's done a 4 straight.
Trying to set Ray.
I think actually 3 straight, so he has an option to turn in next turn, or he do a 3 bank, and try to capture a layer, because Layer's going to be going over that proxy mine and get caught in that corner. Layer's definitely going straight, basically bottom left of the corner there on the stream. That's where
Yep.
Layer's got to go.
I think Leia's going to be eating a proxy mine for sure.
I mean, no, he could make Luke go do it. Luke, what's that? Luke doing 1 straight? Is that the Rebel 1 straight to victory? There it is.
That is Luke, yeah.
Gonna go for target lock, I think. There we go.
Target lock on the damaged Zam Wessel. Yep. Actor will have the first shot though, because player order puts Actor next.
Yeah,
So potential there for stealth device to be wiped there.
Oh, he did 3 super. I think that's going to be blocked by Khan.
Yeah, I think it will be.
There it is. Yep. And triggers a proxy.
And take a proxy. So that, in hindsight, the good thing is no more proxy mines on the board for the time being.
Well, don't forget next turn. They got 2 proxy mines.
That is true.
And look where, just want to point out, look where Luke is. So that's I think that's in guaranteed proxy mine range, and that stealth device. If Khan doesn't shoot it off this
yes.
turn, I think he's going to do everybody a favour and go, well, there you go, Luke, goodbye. No more proxy mine. No more stealth device for you.
No more stealth device to you. We see you now.
Yeah.
So hit crit. Goodness me. All right, and that's on an unshielded layer. So
That 6
2
damage.
hits and a crit.
That's 6 damage on both those proxy mines. What is
Now,
it?
one of our mates, Shane couldn't make it tonight for the stitch up, but bombs are his jam. That would give him the most delight to see proxy mines do that much damage.
He has literally done more damage with the bombs than he did in 1 turn than he has done.
And the
with
crit
mines.
revealed is the damaged engine. All right, that's bad.
Yeah. You can see all the hands
F's
there
in the
looking
chat.
over the card. Everyone's looking. What's the crit? What's the crit?
F's in the chat.
No, it's not. Well, oh yeah, because that's what the white banks basically has Kanan, which can remove the stress during white maneuvers. But now the turns are no longer white maneuvers.
3 forward from Django. No room for a boost. So do you take the focus or the target lock on Luke? Do you pile everything into Luke now?
Oh, I think you go for everything on Luke, but I mean, you might actually want to go on Leia because it's such a good spot. It depends on so it all comes down to if you want to keep more ships on the board, because it makes more decisions for your opponent. Like having more people on there to take the shots that could be for you instead can always be a good thing.
So target lock is being taken, and target lock is going on Luke.
Okay.
So that will be a range 2 unobstructed by the look of it from Django onto Luke.
Ray.
Now,
I think Ray's just out of range though.
I think Ray has a range 3 shot on Django. And I think that'll be obstructed as well, if I'm just eyeballing correctly.
If it's in range, yes, it'll be obstructed, but I think it's just out of range. I think.
All right, what do you reckon, chat? Is he in range? Does Ray have a range 3 shot on Django? I think he's just in range. That angle.
Yeah, it's
I'm
close.
going to say just in.
It could be close. Yeah, it might get the back of the arc here. It might be able to get there. I'm in a different camera angle from the other one, so
Play with the one forward.
very conservative.
Right. Yeah, which, like I mentioned before, very surprising from Greg. I think that he wants to put on a good show.
Tell him to go grab some iced tea, you know.
I think that Greg wants to be on his A game. It's a stitch up after all. It is his baby, and he wants to do right by the JAWAs.
That's fair. That's fair.
Fly with a clear head, a clear mind. So, going with the target lock, and has red line. Red line at range 3.
Now, red line is smoking quite a bit too. Sorry, the cards are switching. No, red line's just got shields down. Okay, if red line's got shields down. It's Jonas. That's the one that's on fire.
That tire's on fire.
The big
And
boys.
Ray took the focus. Well, yeah, quite conservative. Nothing shooting at Ray. Maybe Greg thought, out of range with a target lock, so went with the focus instead.
Yeah.
Potentially could have boosted for an unmodified shot. But I think we're just thinking about the next player.
Quick question. You said unmodified, but it's Ray.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's Ray with Rose and Finn, and no, that's not what you call unmodified. Okay, you're right. I think the range 3 is going to fit. Now he's got the arc up, yeah.
Oh, so many arcs.
I think
So much red on the table.
Oh, he's checking for Auto Blaster. Oh, the
Wow.
devil! He's going for Auto Blaster shot because he's got the bullseye.
Wow.
It would counter the gas cloud if he gets crits. Here we go. This is a nice call from Khan. It's kind of janky, but you know he's going like I'm going to just roll crits.
Does have a target lock.
He just rolled.
There we go.
Just rolled one.
that crit. That's enough. Okay, so stealth device is no longer.
Now he's got. I think now you're going to re-roll with the Predator. Actually, Predator doesn't work. Actually, Predator
does not work with auto blasters. That's right. So Predator works only for primary attacks. All right. So with the crit, that is going through with auto blasters. So stealth device is down, and Luke is taking a shield.
Yeah. I just clarified with him that they're going to have to spend the lock for that re-roll. It is also stitch up, so I'm not going to really play rules lawyer here and tell him no, it doesn't count. Reroll all your dice, but yeah. So for those who don't know, Predator only works primary only. I had the lesson. I may have inadvertently used it for a pocket to make some decimator very unhappy. But yeah, Predator only works on primary weapons, and because he is the auto blasters, therefore it's no longer a primary weapon, and therefore does not work.
Okay, so Greg using Poe to take a range 3 shot on red line. Red line only has shields down at the moment. Still fairly healthy with 6 hull.
Oh, he's using his dice. Oh,
And the
yeah,
natty
I
three.
might need to DQ those dice. Yeah, I remember last game.
And red line with the natty, so only 1 damage being pushed through.
Because
So
he's
that's
using
actually a very good result for Mike.
he's using the real dice. He's using the proper dice, the Gundark's dice. Yes, it's totally not weighted. Just 1 damage on red line. And Luke took a damage. I can't see Luke's card, but I'm pretty sure Luke took a damage because of.
Luke took a shield. Yes, the shield is down on Luke. That's right.
So stealth device
And
is gone.
that means no more stealth device. Yep. So back to a regular T65 with only 2 greens.
So it's good to have a tool that can turn off those things, such as bombs. As I said, proxy mine was going to happen either way, but I think proxy mine's going to happen either way. Like for Luke,
All right.
it's going to take.
So red line returning fire. Looks like it's just going to be a primary shot. So hit focus and hits. 2 hits.
Oh no, he's using the crit, the force.
Okay.
Fifth brother.
So
hit crit.
One going through on Poe. So Poe takes some damage.
Now Poe actually had plasma torps. So here's a question: he did not use plasma torps. Oh, because his shields were down anyway. There we go. That's probably why.
Yep.
Yeah, but to be fair, you would also deny the range bonus. So.
Okay, so now we have a shot from Zam, I believe.
Oh,
so range 1 for Luke.
Oh, imagine Luke going, "Oh, I don't want to shoot Zam because I'm going to have another shot coming at me."
3 hits being pushed through. Does he?
What's Luke?
Okay,
roll?
so just 3 hits. Rolling 2 green, 2 defense dice.
Use the force, Luke. There you go. Just 1.
Spend it. Spend it. Spend it. Yep, spend the force. And taking 1 hit. So shields are down on Luke. Yeah, once that stealth device goes, it can go pretty south pretty quickly for Luke.
Yep. There you go. So you're correct.
Look,
I was
range,
wrong. I'm bad at
range
this
3
game.
abstracted.
Yeah. Terrible at this game. It was range 3 was in.
And it's an abstracted shot, so it's going to be 4 defense dice for Django.
Has he rolled? No, it hasn't rolled yet. Okay. So I've got the dice cam on the other screen over here. So I've got to look over to the other side here to see the dice rolls.
All right, now we get to see if Ray's going to do Ray things. Well, there's a blank. There's a blank for Ray to do stuff with.
Yeah, you can add that another blank there for Finn. I think you spend it for lock and then spend 1 force for Ray's ability. Save the lock for next turn. Make it 3.
Yep, smart. That's clever.
Yeah.
Set up the next shot.
And then spend the force. Yeah, spend the force for a hit. Use Ray's ability. Do it. Do it. Oh, okay. Well, now he's spending the lock and not using Ray's ability.
And just 2 eyeballs for Actor. So is that more damage being put? Yep, 2 shields.
It could have been 3. What's doing? Greg,
could have been
what
3.
you doing?
Just toying with his prey at the moment, because I don't think that Django's in a particularly good spot at the moment. Turning in to the left, bad idea. Turning out towards the edge of the map, bad idea. So where does Django go from here?
Oh, I think Django just goes, you know what? You only live once. We'll do a 3 turn over the gas cloud. Or
It's a friendly stitch up after all. You risk it. You risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah, or he could just go straight, run into Luke, go on the other side of the gas cloud. That's also another option. Oh, that's right. That's Django. He's 6, so he'll actually move after Luke.
All right, so layer with a range 2 shot on Django.
Who do you think, at this current stage, who do you think's in it to win it?
Look, I've got to put my bets on Greg at the moment, only because he's taking the least damage and still has 2 very healthy ships. And he's coming late to the party. Like I said before, it's not necessarily about going in and charging like a wounded bull. It's about biding your time as well as much as anything else. Being
Yeah.
cagey, choosing it at the right moment.
Yeah,
Okay, so a dice has fallen outside the box that has to be re-rolled.
correct.
So 2 hits and a crit.
Violence.
And Django rolling the 2. And, oh, no. So 3
Can't
going through
not
Django.
Will not be happy with that. That's no evade on his 6 dice. And he's taking.
You know what? I think we'll fix that. So my T will fix that.
Yeah, Ice T fixes a lot. So that's shielded down the damage and sorry, it was, where was it? Where did he go? Where did he put it? Did you put it in the dice box? No.
No, I missed it.
I think they're fighting over which damage deck to use.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
because
he's
they-
reaching
because
for the damage deck with all the direct hits on the bottom, obviously.
Yeah.
And the critical hit is Disable Power Regulator,
There
which
we go.
for a medium spaceship isn't much of an issue at the moment.
Yeah, he's got 2 turns for it to kick in. Because he needs 2 iron tokens to go through. Unless, of course, you've got a cutthroat, in which case you can actually remove an iron token when a friendly ship dies, which is not going to apply on this one. Well, you can apply it, but you're only going to trigger cutthroat once. Sorry.
Now, that's a new upgrade from the new Squadrons pack for Scum, I believe.
That is correct, yes. Which is so dirty, so scummy, it breaks the game. Literally breaks the game. So those who don't know, there was a lot of chat on the rules forum. Someone came up and actually asked about it for what we got, 2 hits, three eyes. So we're gonna go. We'll discuss that. We'll discuss that when we go back to dials for these guys.
I don't think Jonas had a shot there.
Yeah, Jonas is out. Luke hasn't shot that.
Well, it's really.
Wait, did
Okay,
Luke
so
shoot?
this must be Luke's shot.
Yeah, Luke hasn't shot. I'm waiting for the Sam trigger to go through. So that was perfect. That was Sean.
Okay, with the 3 hits, good conversion.
Oh, that would have been a 3/4 on Leia. Boom, that's what it is. And that's going to be on to Django. Oh, not
Oh,
a
no.
single evade. None. Oh, wait. What?
Oh, this is the rear arc shot from Leia. Okay, so rear arc shot from Leia
Oh,
on to
boom.
Jonas.
Okay.
So I think is that a dead Jonas?
That is a dead Jonas.
Dead Jonas. Okay, first blood.
Good on you, Sean. You got a ship off the board. I really thought he was going for Django.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I should be paying attention to that chat,
no,
shouldn't
no,
I?
no, no.
But Jonas is also a good option as well.
Well,
So that means
that's
no
no
proxy
Proximine.
mines being
Yeah.
dropped.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's actually smart.
But I still think Luke's in a world of hurt there. If Mike decides to drop something, a proxy mine, namely with a red line there. All right, so here is Wombat shot, range 1 into Zam Wessel.
Oh, it is also Sam, and Sam can have a bonus shot, or Sam could have to get a target lock. But I think no one has actually shot at Sam yet, so no charges have been revealed, no condition has been revealed. Oh, that's a very sad roll. But
I think
he's got a lock.
that's our first bad red dice roll for the evening.
It's okay. He had a lock. He did take a lock. Don't forget to spend that lock, Luke.
Yep,
That's
you
why
spend
I
it while
take-
you have it.
That's it. I think he's deciding
Luke's on full hull. Time is short for Luke. Spend it. Or not. Or don't do anything at all.
What about the lock?
So Zam is triggered,
Yeah.
and the lock has gone onto Luke.
Why did you not spend the lock? I think maybe he's forgotten about it.
Would it be imprudent of me just to... No, I can't coach. Don't coach.
Yeah, no, you can't coach. You can't coach. But I also one of the other players. If I was Greg or
You see,
boring
this is where
Mike.
negotiation...
I'll say, do you
This
know,
is where
it'd be nice if you
negotiation
had
comes
a
into play.
target lock on him. Hey,
You can drop these hints in the game. You're not forming an
imagine if you
alliance,
had
you're
a
just dropping a hint.
target lock on your target. I mean, because if he's doing a nice good shot on Sam, and Sam spends charges to shoot up Luke, that actually works for you.
I mean, as a player in a stitch-up, less targets on the board for you is actually a good thing.
Correct.
And if you're in a position like Greg is in at the moment, where you have very healthy ships, you still have all your charges of bombs, missiles, and whatnot, torpedoes, it puts you in very good stead.
Maybe that's why I didn't shoot the torp as well. Just keeping it in the tube for later.
And let's be honest, it's still 4-hull for Luke. Still very much in the game. Still has that heightened perception to use as well.
Yep. Oh, okay. So yeah, I see a charge gone up on the board there for Sam. So it must have been the one with the target lock, not the bonus attack. So now he's got a free lock on Luke.
Okay. Just need to clarify. Does Luke have the S-foils open or closed?
He should be using a token, but I would assume it's open.
Because the card is flipped at the moment.
There was a token down on the table before when they set up.
I saw one for Poe. I didn't see one for Luke.
There it is. There it is.
Okay, so the S-foils are open.
Yeah. It just hasn't been linked to the card properly. That's fine.
There we go. Just do a little bit of micromanaging. Card is now flipped.
That's fine. And I like that raid, that JAWA raid. I have not seen it.
Artwork done by Michael McKee, Perth JAWA from the Rockingham area. Very talented individual.
Oh, because we've got some of the Darth Vader cards and some of the Bosk we gave away as part of our giveaway. And I got to say, when I've given them to people, they love them. Absolutely love them. I've got to get some more. I got to get some more JAWA cards out of you guys. That may or may not be the secret reason why I got you actually on the string. Those JAWA cards. Yeah. Hint,
a bit of a quid pro quo. You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Yeah. Just saying, they go really well with the audience, and everybody loves a giveaway. But I actually.
It is a collectibles game after all, and if you have things you can swap, you can trade that aren't. Well, you're not going to trade your ships, are you? Yeah, tradable cards.
Oh yeah.
Nice throwback to the high school days playing Pokemon.
I did not play Pokemon, unfortunately. Oh wait, I did not play Pokemon card game.
Fair enough. You had it on the Nintendo DS, didn't you?
No, Game Boy, man. I'm sorry, I'm old. I'm really old. Black and white, red and blue. It was,
Now, I think you and I are of the same vintage. I had a Game Boy. Did you have a Game Boy? You had a Game Boy. Mm-hmm. I had a Sega Master System.
Sorry, my wife just came in and I asked her if she can get a refill for me. Thank you. Wonderful wife.
Where would we be without them?
Oh,
a good wife.
Actually, I'll tell you guys. I said the absolute truth. So the secret to playing many games in a day is
keep the wife happy.
Well, you got your wife happy. Is happy wife, happy life. But she will make me sushi. She makes me sushi rolls. And I'll tell you what, having healthy food, like not junky, not oily, not too heavy, and being able to have access to that. And the great thing about the sushi is you can just pick it up and eat it in the middle of the game, and it's clean. You're not making a mess. You're not going to wipe your hands, pick up your templates and all that. Nice and easy to eat. You pick it up at any time. They're the true secret to my powers. My wife's sushi. Just saying.
And a pet hate of mine is that I'm not going to cast aspersions on gamers in general, but when you play in tournaments and they ask to have a look at your cards or your dials, and there are people that might have particularly greasy fingers and they're putting all that grease and oil on your stuff, it's just a bit annoying. Don't do it, please. You touch my stuff. Proxy mine going down.
There it is.
And Luke's going to eat it.
Hey, the question is, do we have 9 for 9? We have 6 for 6. Do we have 9 for 9 damage? I'm waiting for this dice roll here because those proxies have been absolutely violent. I think we're going to have thermal drop down. Oh man, Sean's being bombed to smithereens.
So we got Zam dropping out bombs from the rear and dropping a concussion bomb. No? Just cycle through them.
There we go.
Thermal detonators. Love it.
Yeah, Sean's in a bit of a rough spot here. He may not even get to shoot. You got heightened perception. But if you did in the system phase, heightened perception doesn't do anything.
So,
Yeah,
likelihood of Luke surviving here, maybe you take... Okay, worst case scenario, you take hit, crit on the proxy mine. Okay, well, worst case scenario would be a direct hit,
Yeah.
which means dead Luke.
But you've
But
also got...
say you survive it, you have the thermal detonators to contend with.
Yeah, question is, what's he actually got dialed in for Luke? Is what the big question I'm actually wondering.
Unfortunately, I'm not privy to that information. I'm eager to see what he does, though.
Like if he does 4K, is the first thing I think he's going to have in mind. He'll eat at least, maybe probably 2 of those thermal detonators.
I'm going to go one, the outermost one. We'll eat that one. I'm not sure he'll be in range for the one behind. Or actually, you know what? I think we'll take both with the 4K.
Yeah, okay, so now we're going. Now let's do this proxy. Come on, Luke.
So we know we're taking one.
Yeah, Luke's down to 3. Here we go.
4-hole.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
this one's a dud. This is
That's a
dud.
friendly proxy. So down to 3-hole now.
Yeah, just taking the one from the proxy. At the moment, we've got to wait to see what he's got dialed in. I mean, he could do like a 4 straight and then barrel roll out, and then he won't take any. But then he's got, I think, butt shots coming in from Django Zam.
Okay, so Luke is moving first.
Yeah. There we go. They're just applying the damage there for the proxy.
There we go.
Now, Leia's actually, sorry, just quickly, Leia had hull upgrade. Yes, so it was a 9. Leia's actually down to 6 because I see 3 damage cards down on the table.
So more devices being dropped. I know we're at activation phase. Okay,
Yeah.
so Zam with a very clean maneuver through the crowd there, avoids everything.
And there's
So
Pacific Pilot is... So I've got to look at... No, Sam has Lone Wolf.
So Zam with Lone Wolf and Django with Perceptive Co-Pilot.
Yeah.
Ray with the 2 forward.
Now, Ray would have had...
Ray just being a sweeper at the moment.
Yeah. The thing is, Ray could have had a nice, good target lock on Khan's Django here, if he used the Force.
That's right.
Now, this
Okay, now considering the options, I think you continue firing in Django.
I think so too. There's a good chance that Luke could just die, just from the shots coming in from Django, no, from Zam.
If the thermal detonators don't do it.
Mm. Oh, and what's the table? What's the table sound like? Are they negotiating who's going to get the lock?
Just listening in now. You know what? Mike's doing a lot of chatting at the moment. He's talking about what Poe may be doing. What's Poe doing?
Because you see, Ray could have focus fired on that red line.
So Luke and Leia moving now.
So what do you got, Sean? I feel like you're going to do a 4K.
Who do you move first? Do you maybe move Leia first to prevent a tactic? So not prevent, to ensure a tactical bump on Luke. maybe block them from getting those bombs.
Yeah, but then you're blocked in the range 1 of
Ah,
Zam.
that's true.
Yeah, it also depends on
Either
what
way,
Oh, he's done a 3 turn. In that case, yeah, if he'd done a 3 turn, then I would have put low in front. But
okay.
it
So
could actually be good.
thermal
Because
detonator's coming off.
there's oh man, Luke, Luke.
No, they're just saying now that they don't expect Luke to survive that. We don't either. And Leia with the 3 bank bumps into Luke, so she'll be eating a couple of thermal detonators as well.
So, unless of course there's other juicy targets for them to shoot, I think one of those 2 shoot. Yeah, Luke is not going to like that. And this is actually where you actually mentioned moving Leia first. Actually, would have been better because Leia would have then bumped into Django, and Luke would have bumped. He would have still taken the range 1 shot, but he wouldn't have eaten all those bombs.
Yeah, you see, Nobby, my Jawas might disagree, but sometimes I have good ideas.
What is this? Oh, he's got a van sensor. Oh, he's got a van sensor, and then because he's on a van sensor now, he can get the lock. Because
Clever.
red line is fine, apparently.
Red line. And the 4K. Wow, okay, I was not expecting that. That is a play of the week from Mike. And Clouds, who cares?
He just wants to stay alive. He just wants to avoid being shot. That's fine, yeah, that's fine. It's going to give him a bit of trouble next turn, but at least I think he's going to have a next turn.
If he's going to go down, he's going to take someone down with him. And on the strain on the 1 agility dice, no big deal. Okay, the forward through to Cloud, that is interesting. Well, if you turn left, then you've got Death Ray to contend with. So just building a bit of distance between him and Ray at the moment.
And he's not actually going to get the cover from the gas card by the looks of it, I think, from Ray. And he's taking that strain as well.
Okay. And what does Django have? Django has all shields down. Django has not taken any hull damage yet.
No, he has. He's got a powered disable regulator.
Okay. All right. There's a more aggressive move from Luke. So, out of arc of everything, really. So, the world's his oyster at the moment. He's spoiled for choice.
I'm almost thinking you take a target lock and then you do an afterburners boost. You can take a target lock on your Django. Yeah.
Put on a strange ship. Very good.
And then you do your overdrive thrusters boost, and you'll get behind the gas cloud. So the shot that's coming at you from red line is going to be obstructed.
Would a boost forward put him out of range from red line?
Well, no. The thing is, there we go. That's a smart choice. No, I don't think so, because also it has to be 2 bank or two straight.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, because yeah.
I don't think it's going to be an obstructed shot from red line.
It's going to be close.
All right. We noticed thermal detonator over here. Doesn't get anyone, or is it range 1 of Luke?
Who's not coming in the chat? No, the bombs are not actually working. But yes, Luke and Leia are going to eat them all.
Yep. We'll say a blank. Good start. Good start.
Oh, man.
2 blanks in a row. So that thermal detonator is ineffective. This is actually quite incredible. All right. So we're taking a strain. And the strain is going to.
I think it's going to be on Luke here. I think he was rolling those first. Yeah.
So now that you have that strain on Luke, maybe if you're Ray, maybe you take a shot on Luke instead, just to finish him off. I'd certainly be tempted to do that.
Wow. 3 blanks on
Wow.
a single strain on those thermals. So Luke,
All right, take those cells back to the manufacturer. They're duds. Get your money back.
Luke took a proxy and 3 thermals and got away with 1 damage and 1 strain. The force is strong with him.
X-Wing is a dice game after all. A game of luck. Okay, so now we get to the engagement phase, and Django shooting at the butt at. You'd imagine the Luke.
Do you shoot at the range 1 into Leia, or do you shoot at range 2 into Luke? Because this is where you can go, hey Ray, look, I'll leave that strain on it so you can go kill Luke, but I'll shoot Leia instead. And I'm just saying that if I do this, then, you know.
I do hear Actor talking about target selection.
Yeah. Because his Django is not going to be long for this world. He's going to have possibly 2 shots coming in at him. Poe and Leia. Possibly 3 if Ray does shoot. He's looking. I see heightened perception there on Leia. On Luke. No, on Ray. So, not the only one with the idea of shooting at initiative 7.
You see, and Wombat's talking about his heightened perception. He could have used that, and he's missed that opportunity.
Oh.
They're trying to tell him, no, take it, and Wombat's saying, no, it's all right, perfectly all right.
Yeah, because heightened perception. Because heightened perception means he shoots first, which means Ray will then be able to change the lock by spinning a blank on the defense with Rose and Finn. So.
Yeah. Look, if it's being offered to you, you take heightened perception now. The stitch up, it works one of 2 ways. You can say, no, Mr. Trigger, bad luck because it works to my advantage if you miss the trigger.
Yeah.
But it could also work to your advantage if you encourage a player. No, actually, you know what? You can take that trigger, that heightened perception, because it might work in my favour. So it looks as though they're going to let Wombat do that. Yeah, so Luke's shooting at initiative 7, range 2 into Ray.
So this we'll see Ray now change target and go for the kill on Luke, I think.
So 2 hits and a miss.
Is Luke going to spend the other force? Oh no, he's got Count Dooku on the card.
Did Wombat spend that force to make it 2 hits? Or is he thinking about,
no,
wouldn't have mattered anyway?
Okay, sorry, there was Count Dooku on the overlay. Sorry, I couldn't see it. I was like, oh, he doesn't have force. He doesn't have Count Dooku. But he does. No, he did actually have Count Dooku in this list. So I got
Okay,
like
so Ray gets
2
the baddies. Okay, Poe Dameron taking a shot. Way in range 1 into Django. Django, who's in a bit of strife at the moment.
Now, so we're just confirming, Ray did not switch
So
lock
4 red
on Luke.
up to 2 green. It did not switch locks.
Here we go.
Oh, then it netty
Okay.
blanks. That hurts.
Heroic. Oh wait,
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
he does.
yes.
He has it. He has it. He has it.
He has heroic, and rolling 4. Rolling 4. Heroic is ridiculous.
Heroic. Hey, remember, he's got it. I'm waiting for him to ping the card. Come on, come on. I mean, you've got a lock. You've got a lock. You could spend the lock, but no. If you're gonna
okay.
re-roll your dice, you do it with style. You re-roll all of them.
Yep. And that's not too bad in the end.
That's an average one. There we go.
Hit crit. And remembering that Django is strained, so only rolling 1 defense die. Should probably tell him that.
Yeah, ping the strain token. Where is it?
Yep, there we go.
There we go.
Did they remember the strain? If that doesn't do it,
if that doesn't do it, you know, they're blind. Yeah.
so hit crit. Okay, now
There we
they're
go, here we go,
re-rolling.
here we
Okay. A bit of iced tea being drunk tonight, I think.
Yeah.
And that hurts. Hit crit.
So what were they? Yeah, there we go. Can't I just read you can't go, oh goddamn Nobby, shut up Nobby, okay, yeah, alright, we got it Nobby. There's a panic pilot.
So that leaves Django with 3 hull. Is there hull upgrade? No, 3 hull for Django.
No, there is hull upgrade.
There is hull upgrade.
4.
Okay, 4 hull. Okay. So still a lot of potential there to do something with Django. I mean, if Redline can hang on this long, imagine what Django can do.
Keep in mind there's Leia can do a shot and Ray can do a shot. So he could potentially be gone. Because I thought Ray was going to change the lock on to Luke, because he could add the blank with Finn and then just spend that for I think, but he could have actually also used, I didn't quite see the roll, sorry. He could have had the blank with Finn and then spent the force for the defensive bonus against Luke's shot.
Yeah. If I know Greg though, and this is the way Greg plays a stitch up. After my inaugural win, have I mentioned that enough times tonight already? After my inaugural win of the first stitch up, the very next stitch up we had, he made a beeline for me. So Greg will assess who the biggest threat in the room is, and go for them. So I think that Greg has his targets firmly set on Actor at the moment.
Oh yeah.
And why wouldn't you? I suppose it's a stitch up.
Yeah, it's a stitch up. That's right. I was like, you know, I'm going to put someone in there who I just think is going to attract everybody to blow up, and you know, Khan can take it. I can throw him in there, and it's like a player taking Sunfac to a Aces High event. That's what Khan does. This guy's got an ensnare Sunfac. We got to kill it. It's like you don't have to agree to an alliance. It's the unspoken alliance. It's on the table.
Just Nantex in general. Just kill them all. Squash the bugs.
So we're seeing some damage there going into Leia.
Rolling 2 dice. 2 dice to defend. Defending 3.
No, it'd be 3 because range 3. And
of course, yep.
It's not obstructed, I think. No, but it's bullseye, but not obstructed. Yeah. The strain has been removed, so it's going to be a 3 on 3. Well, technically 4 because of Finn.
Those white dice are very, very stitchy.
Yeah. He's not adding Finn. Oh, there we go. So, he is.
Alright, now moving to target lock.
Oh, so okay. So he should have done that for the defense. I think he should have taken a shield and. You do have force.
Just saying, Luke being ignored. Luke still very dangerous. Still a very, very dangerous ship at the moment.
So is this Greg playing the players, keeping Django on the board and trying to kill Luke instead? Do you think?
I think he's thinking about the next move. You've got Zam that can turn hard into the right, and then you're jousting with Ray. Where does Ray go? I think Ray from here does a 1 bank. Maybe a 1 bank to the left. Sorry, say again.
So Luke is just down to 1 health now.
Luke is down to 1 health now. Okay. But no critical hits.
No.
So still capable of doing something.
Oh, didn't Luke already shoot?
I believe that Wombat is last player.
Yes, but he did heightened perception.
Oh, that is correct. Yeah. So why? Maybe did they not do it?
Well, that's right. I'm pretty sure that he did, or maybe he changed his mind then.
Yeah.
I've typed in the chat.
Okay. Yeah. He didn't take heightened perception.
No, he didn't. Okay, so he didn't. So that's why Ray did not take the lock. Okay, then that makes sense. I saw dice in the dice box, and so I thought they had rolled.
Okay, and Ray preventing some damage coming through, only taking the 1 shield. So Ray still very healthy. Poe is still very healthy.
Actually, what did Ray roll? Ray rolled
Red line
Ray.
with a range 3 unobstructed on Poe Dameron.
I just want to say, Ray could have actually added Finn blank at that for the defensive roll, and then spent the force to make no damage, or spend Ray for Finn's blank dice for lock for next turn. Missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity. There are going to be plenty of those in a stitch up.
Too many lists, too many triggers. You just need more iced tea.
So does Leia have a range 1 on Django?
Yep, I see a range 1 there in the chat for Django. Range 2 into Zam. Go for the range 1.
I think you're taking advantage of the hard work that Ray or Poe has done on Django. I think it was Poe, yeah. Take advantage of the hard work that Poe has done and just try... How many dice are you rolling? You're rolling 4 dice. Django has 3 hull left. Or is it 4 hull with hull? Is it 4 hull?
I think Django has only lost shields. Sorry, Sam's only lost shields. You go for Sam. You go shoot Sam. Sam's got 3 left. 4 left. So a nice juicy crit or 4 paint could just kill him.
So 4 red dice. Looks like he is going for Django.
Do it. Go for Django. Someone saying Greg
Just
must
trying
not
to
have.
pick up with the...
Sorry, Greg saying, to quote the chat, Greg must not have had too much iced tea. I think he hasn't had enough.
No. He's playing with a very clear head at the moment.
It's too much thinking. Greg. Suspending 2 force to make that 3 hits. Oh, he lives on 1.
Wow.
Oh, did he only spend 1 force?
Yep.
He only spent 1 force, maybe.
He only had 1 force. He spent a force to use heightened... he didn't use heightened perception. That's right. Okay. So he had 2 force left. He was shot at.
He shot at thingy, but he only did 2. Probably was wanting to get killed. Is this actor complaining about green dice now?
All right. It took a while, but eventually we do get to red line, and red line taking a range 3 shot onto Poe. Come on, we've got to start pushing damage through into Poe now. So proton torpedoes. So 4 dice onto post 2. And that is a beautiful roll.
He's got the lock as well.
And we're spending... where is it? Dooku. Dooku Force? Yep.
Oh, but I think he would have called a crit, I think, so it's already...
And there's the proton torpedo crit as well against 2 dice. Oh, that's bad.
Oh man, is this them working together? Oh no, he could Dooku a blank. That's what he's probably done. Dooku to blank on Poe. Oh man, that is rude. So that's
shields down and 2 crits. First crit is
because he got 3 shields.
with the pilot.
Did Poe actually take any damage?
He took a 1 shield earlier on. Yep. Yeah, we don't want to
Oh,
flip
and
over
it's
the whole
directed.
deck.
Oh man.
Well, no, he pulled out the whole deck, which is very overzealous of him. But it just the one card will do.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't direct hit, was it? Or was it direct hit?
So we're flipping this new card on top. Yeah. He pulled out the whole deck and flipped the whole deck.
Oh, okay.
And it is Disable Power Regulator. Okay.
That is actually pretty bad too.
Yes. So because Poe has already engaged this round, that will not come into effect until next round.
Sorry, guys. Just another spin back. Come on. There we go. Sorry. Keeping it on this side. Draw the actions on this side of the board. So, oh, that's rough. Now, Ray,
So all of a sudden, Poe is down to 2 hull.
Ray did lose a shield as well.
The one and only shield, a solitary shield.
Like this
Ray
tag
is
team
still in
shield.
very good nick.
Look, Luke sees, and this is also not killing off your opponents. It can be good and it can be bad as well. It's like there's more ships on the board. The damage can swing either way. Khan, as I said, Khan's Django didn't die. But yeah, keep in mind, Django does not know what a squiggle looks like. I think we saw him just take like 5 shots and not roll a single squiggle. In fact, he only rolled blank focus, double blank. So, yeah. So this is why we X-Wing, to complain about the green dice. Yeah, well, you probably got me right there. Triggered.
I fly Jedi. I complain nothing but about dice, about green dice.
It's like, I have Obi-Wan's ability. I have unlimited focus tokens. But why is it I blank out?
It's the Obi-Wan curse. Obi-Wan will disappoint you.
Oh, yes. Hey,
So, first player, I believe, rotates now back to player 1, which is Greg.
I am just a little surprised he didn't do Trigger Happy Poe, but, you know, and he's got a different droid. So I'm just checking what droid is that? Is that the R1?
R1J5.
When you have 2 or fewer stress tokens, you can perform actions on damage cards even while stressed. Hey, that's actually not bad.
Resistance with all the tricks.
However, it does nothing to the power disable regulator.
Oh, and he is ionized. Oh, no, he will ionize after engaging. Okay.
Yeah.
So he'll still get a shot off. So he's got to pick his movement carefully here, Greg.
He can't do like the easy talent roll because he can't, and he doesn't have his charge up for his second action. So it's actually 90
Mike,
minutes.
of course, he's 90 minutes. Okay, so Mike, stress can't use advanced sensors. So you'd want a blue maneuver. You're probably going to hit that cloud, being a medium-based ship.
Oh, well,
Do you go left? Do you go right?
So, and the other one was Wounded Pilot. Was that correct for Poe? Wounded Pilot.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Or was it Panicked Pilot?
I think it was
Wounded Pilot.
Wounded, yeah. Because it would have had 3 stress otherwise. It's going to be a big turn. So, I had something I was going to talk. Yes, that's right. So I was talking about Cutthroat earlier on, while they're going through setting the dials here. So Cutthroat is like super scummy, and it breaks the game.
Yes.
So
Yes.
there was a topic brought up in the X-Wing rules, and it was actually brought up by the other A-Wing that potentially could break the game. You have to do an AP5 Dutch combo to do it, and it's like super like have to get 3 certain things happening to do it. But the idea is that you can have an ion token on a ship, and then if you're Derek, you can get a target lock before he activates using AP5 with Dutch. Or just AP5 on your own, really. Get a target lock on the ship, then you can remove a red token, red or orange token, which includes ion tokens.
Ion.
Suddenly,
Goodness me.
suddenly he's not ionized. Now, where it's even nasty is it happens with Cutthroat. And so Cutthroat can actually do the same thing, but it can be like you can send a ship off to its death, put him on a rock, kill him, drop a bomb or something like that. Anything in the system phase.
Now,
Even.
Cutthroat, is that faction limited?
It is faction limited to the scum. Who've got disgusting. We saw a list. I think on Tuesday that Mark was flying. They had 5 Prockets Z95s with Cutthroat, and there was a 6th ship in there as well. It was a Hawk, but you could actually sub it out for a few different things. Me and Matt were talking about it afterwards. But Cutthroat was realistically really, really good. And when you factor it in that you can like reload your Prockets on 5 ships, or even the fact that he can just die and then suddenly you remove stress and everything, it's a really good upgrade, guys. Don't look at the Rebel A-wings; they're crap. You go for the scum with the just trying to shift away the meta from the Rebel A-wings here. They're the bad, go for the scum. You got some really nice tricks on scum. Oh, Ray with a turn here. I'm not surprised here.
Now, have we? I think we've had someone drop from the game. Has Wombat left? Or did he just drop out from chat?
No, maybe he just dropped out from chat. Let me check.
Okay.
Yep.
So, Ray, yep, I think that's actually sensible to move in that direction. Because you're going to have Luke potentially lay out, turning right, and you don't want to be at range 1. You want to preserve Ray's health. She's still the healthiest ship on the board.
Yep. I'm surprised that people are not just going for her. She is a big, scary threat.
Well, in this position now, Greg has the front and the rear arc options available. So there's still a lot that Ray can do.
Yep. Okay, he's still in the game, so it's just a matter of going in the Discord. There we go. There he is. He's back in there. Okay.
Okay. He's back. Ladies and gentlemen, Australian NBN.
Yeah, it's kind of hit or miss. It could be worse. We could have Spectrum, because I've seen what he's done to the good guys over in America. Shout out to Nickel City X-Wing, because he struggles with Spectrum on a daily basis, and you don't know if he's going to get through a 3-hour stream, or he's going to have hiccups like halfway through. So considering how balancing it like over there for Spectrum for him, we're actually not doing too bad. That said, considering where we are in technology and how we are around the world, I think getting reliable internet would be good.
Yeah.
And did he just unmove his dial? I think he, by mistake, deselected the dial.
Yeah, I don't think he actually disconnected from.
No, I didn't.
TTS.
I saw the dial was up, but I think he clicked on set. Again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, with a bank to the right, currently has Ray in the firing arc at around range 2.
No, it's not as scary as Ray, because there's no extra fin dice. Just take the lock, I think. Yeah, you got to choose for violence here.
Yep.
Maybe softening
Yep.
up Ray 2 will encourage other people to shoot her.
And can take the heightened perception again, which I think you do.
I actually think you don't, because Ray could just blank out and then spend the blank on the defense for a lock. So by having Ray shoot you first, or choosing to shoot first, means Luke may potentially not give her a lock.
I think it'll depend on what Actor does from here, because those side arcs on Ray are very vulnerable at the moment.
Yep.
So, Actor, not actually in a bad spot, all things considered.
I think you rotate Leia's arc is a really good choice right now.
Yep.
There we go. He got it. Good on you, Sean.
Yep, very good.
See, Sean, you're not so bad. He says he likes a joke and says he's the worst X-wing player at the league. He's not. He just needs sometimes to think about his moves. And just put a little bit of thought in. And he normally can come to the right decision. Maybe a little bit of a pod or encouragement. So yeah, there's over the.
So red line through the cloud. So gets rid of the red tokens, but may get a strain back and a strain. So yeah, tokens not going anywhere.
I think
Ray's,
I think Ray's just going in for the kill, going, you know what, you didn't mean things to my Poe.
Licking her lips at the moment. That's one of the harder things to learn, especially one of the harder things for me learning how to play X-Wing. Was learning when to engage and telling yourself that it's okay to disengage sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
And in a stitch-up, that's perfectly okay as well. It's okay to disengage, or is to play cowardly, as apparently as my reputation is.
I was just saying, reading out there. So I think it was Rob there saying, well, at least Mike can't complain about green dice. Well, of course he can't. He's got 0 because he's got the strain. So you can't complain about green dice if you don't roll any. I mean, that's thinking right there, you know. As I like to say, like when I get really, really fed up with green dice, I just pull out the double ghost. 2 ghosts, here you go. I don't have to worry about green dice.
Oh, we've seen the ghost being played in stitch-ups as well with Saw Gerrera and all sorts of shenanigans.
Oh yes, yes.
Goodness me, it's terrifying.
I took. Was it not Hera? No, I took Alex and Dutch. No, Alex and Dash to a league playoffs. It was a couple of weeks ago. There's a bump.
Poe with a bump on Zam. So yeah, as predicted, Zam doing the hard turn left in towards the middle of the board.
Yeah. Taking
advantage of that exposed, unturreted directed firing arc on Ray.
Oh, now Poe's actually really lucky here. When I say really lucky, it's like he's going to get a shot off and he's not going to be shot back. When I say not shot back, even we've got a red line shot, which is only 2 dice because he spent the lock. Did he?
And you know what? I don't think Django survives this turn. We've got 4 dice coming in a range 1 from Poe.
Even no much.
That is true. That is true. And we've seen a blank out already.
Well, I was going to say, not only that, it's actually probably going to be true because, you know, that Django doesn't know what evades look like yet. He hasn't seen an evade a whole game. So he just needs 2 hits realistically.
Well, now could be the time. Now could be the time where your green dice start to agree with you.
Yeah.
You know, it just comes at the point when you play any game when you start to hate your green dice, and then they give you that natty evades, and you start to love them, and all's forgiven.
No, I'm sorry, my dice never get that memo. Or it'll be like when there's like 1 chip left on 1 health, and you just send it in to die, and then it refuses to die because it natty rolls everything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Usually a CLT Delta 7 for me in that situation. Usually Plo Koon or Luminara.
Yep.
That hangs around the 1 hole.
Oh, who do you kill? I mean, do you just take the shot on the red line, or do you go for the good juicy one on Luke? Yep. Okay, he's taking the red line.
So we got a 5 shooting first. No,
this
no
would be
potion.
Hearing the table at this point would be really, really juicy. So red line's got just 2 health. I think you just spend a force on it. You spend a blank.
So,
here we go. You spend a blank. For
so why isn't Poe shooting first?
Yeah.
Poe's initiative 6, correct?
Maybe because he's using heightened perception.
Does Ray have heightened perception?
She does.
Oh, well, okay, wow. That's well played, Greg. Nice one.
He's doing it also to ensure that red line.
Okay, heightened heightened perception is being played.
Yeah. So he's doing that to kill.
3 hits and a crit onto red line.
To just kill it. He doesn't want him shooting at Poe.
Yep, and because it's a 1 agility ship and a strain, all damage going through, and that is that a dead red line?
I think that's a dead red line. I did not update the overlay, but I'm pretty sure the damage on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 on it, or just 1 hull left?
4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it was 5 damage.
6 hull. 6 hull on a red line.
So he's alive.
Yep, only just.
Okay.
Speaking of 1 HP on ships, can do some damage yet. So Luke shooting into the rear of Ray, range 2. 3 dice for the target lock. 1 force.
How much damage is Ray going to take? Oh,
Lovely.
Luke.
Double crits.
Luke.
So we'll, at the very least, get rid of those shields, maybe.
Hit, crit,
With
crit.
a full string. Hit, crit, crit.
Oh, once you
Okay,
get
losing the shields.
Oh man, that feels bad. Getting those crits out. I need to hit on shields.
Yep. Yep.
So those who joined us, we just a quick update. We are doing a stitch up, a JAWA Western Australia stitch up. It is last man standing. We have 4 players. Each player has a 200-point 2-ship list. It is free for all. It's not quite like Aces High. Basically, there's rotating initiative going around the table, but the rules are basically you want to be last man standing. You are allowed to encourage your target priority of your opponent, but if you have a shot, you must take it. No alliances, no obvious team ups. You've got to. Oh.
Not even the subtle ones. So not even a subtle alliance. No wink wink. No nudge nudge. But there can be a bit of quid pro quo.
Yeah.
If you attack that target, maybe I won't attack you this turn.
He got a squiggle. He got a squiggle.
You see, it does happen. But is it enough to keep him alive? So a crit going through, which is fuel leak. And Django hanging on.
Django hanging on 1. So has not rolled a single evade the whole game until the very last shot. Luke used heightened perception as well. Yeah. So we got everything on fire here. Luke's on 1 health, Red Line's on 1 health, Poe's on 2 health, Django's on 1 health.
All right, and disable power regulator activating onto Django Fett, so Django is ionized
And so is
after
Poe.
this engagement.
Actually, so is Poe.
And so is Poe, so there'll be some bumping action potentially next turn.
Just put that there for. Oh, okay. Oops, okay. They actually had one. Yeah.
Don't put out more ion tokens than what you need.
Yeah, I can't see. I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it.
There's some aggressive handling of ion tokens. I think they're just a little bit annoyed with the ionization at the moment.
Yeah, that was me. I couldn't see the ionized token. You're talking about ion. Like, okay, make sure they know that he's ion the next turn.
All is forgiven. It's a casual, friendly game after all.
Yeah. With plenty of IC flying. Can't they kill a ship? I mean, we've had 1 ship die.
There's a bit of a drought, isn't there? Come on, boys, make it happen.
I want to say, you're going to have 3 ships now on sudden death, but there's actually 3 ships now on sudden death. They're on my 1 hit. Oh.
So the shop is obstructed. 3 dice. And gas cloud, gas cloud, gas cloud. Yep, and yeah, we're good. We're fine.
Oh, guess what? So I mentioned bomb drops, right? And I just realised, let's have a look where yellow, which is yellow Zam is. Zam has thermal detonators. Oh, but do you? Because you've got Django limping on 1 hit point. He's now ionized
Yeah,
as well.
I don't think that you do. If just to keep Django alive. So Leia taking what I think would be a range 3 shot on Ray.
Yeah, I think I'll take the ray shot as well. Oh, hearing. Is that? Oh, that's just 2 hits.
2 hits.
Oh man, I was excited. I thought I saw a crit. Django's acceptable loss to Poe. Yeah. The thing is, I think actually Poe is going to bump on Django. Oh no, you drop 1. You drop 1 because you can potentially Dooku a blank. You can Dooku a blank to guarantee he doesn't die.
And you put it at with the range 2 template at the very back. Why not?
No, you put it at 1. Poe's going to do range. He's going to do 1 straight. So you're going to drop it. You're going to drop 1 on yellow. Yeah. Who's got Dooku? Django's got Dooku. Yeah. So you can use Dooku a blank on himself. They can drop 1 just to guarantee he doesn't die.
So you can Dooku a thermal detonator.
Yep.
That's incredible. It's these kind of things I have to learn.
Yep. Oh yeah. There's lots of stuff you can do, and that's why you see thermal detonators with Dooku a lot, because it basically turns your bombs into, against one ship, guaranteed proton bomb. I'm not sure why.
Redline taking a shot at Poe by the look of it. Yeah, there's a target lock there, and we're rolling 3 dice. So what's that? Barrage rockets.
He's going for barrage rockets. Does he have a focus? We can't have 5 barrage rockets. Let me have a quick look. What's
no, didn't have a focus token, so he uses target lock.
He could be using Magpulse warhead or concussion missile. He's got everything on there. No, yeah.
Not a bad moment to be using concussion missiles.
I was actually going to say concussion missiles are really good. You got a 3 for 1.
Now, is Poe in range 1 of Ray? So potentially hitting.
He's going to get He's going to flip the. He's going to do damage on Poe. Right, was that? How much damage did Poe take? He took all of it. So
wow,
Poe's
gets
dead.
them all.
And so he's going to flip 1 on. Oh man, if he flips a direct hit on Django. What do we got?
Stun pilot.
Stun pilot, alright. Fuel leak, enter, let's have a look at that, alright. So Poe dies. Django.
And you know what? That's the swing of the stitch up as well. Everyone else, I guarantee you, would have forgotten about concussion missiles, and all of a sudden you find yourself in a scenario where you can hit your target and 3 around that ship as well.
Yeah.
Play of the day. Play of the day.
What did Ray flip?
Ray, I don't think. I know. No, we're doing that now. Okay.
No.
Come on. If you have concussion rockets, you got to tell them. Flip the card.
I'm trying to ping it for them. Where is the concussion? Oh, right. No, Sam's doing a check. Really?
Yeah, there you go. They're onto it now. Yeah, everyone on the stream. Yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah.
It's.
So they're saying it doesn't. It didn't say it was in range 1 of Poe because friendly ship. Because Poe is friendly to Ray.
each ship at range 0 to 1 of the defender exposes one of its cards.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't include friendlies.
No. Basically, the chat box is not saying the range in the chat.
Okay.
And I was trying to explain to him because the reason it's not triggering that range 1 bubble is because it was a friendly ship.
Okay,
Wounded pilot.
so Greg has revealed a wounded pilot.
Yeah. And they're going to now probably hate me. Wounded pilot. And that's actually 2 damage on Ray. Didn't update, so I've got two juggling and hold on to say 2 different overlays here. And you say there's no points on the board because points don't matter. It's not what you do, what you kill. You just want to stay alive. You want to
It's last man standing. The objective of the game of a stitch up is stay alive.
I totally agree.
A
I
bit
find
like
the lack of A-wings in this game very disappointing.
Well, I think next time we've won a couple of A-wings in the game, we have to play the 100-point version.
Yeah. So the reason there's no A-wings in the game, if you just joined us, it is because there's 2 ship lists that are 200 points. And the name of the game is to stay alive, basically. It's a free-for-all. There is no alliances. You're just out for blood, trying to stay alive. We are getting into close to 2 hours, yeah. So 2 A-wings would only eat up at best about 100 points of a 200-point list. And bid doesn't do anything because it's rotating initiative. So that is why there's no A-wings on the board. However, they say there is a 100-point version of this format, which is called the JAWA Stitch Up. We might try next time where we can actually get some A-wings. It's very funny because we expected there to be another ship destroyed like 3 turns ago, and literally we've got 1 ship on 1 hit point, another ship on 1 hit point, and another ship on 1 hit point. 3.
It's building up to something big, Nobby. Something big's about to happen now.
And Poe did die, which I did update. Poe was also on 2. So Poe did finally die. Hey, look, if any ships can do it, yeah, I think Hera and Ahsoka could actually just stay alive from everything. So we got 3 hits into a blank. Not too sure which ship that was shooting. Did it not bring up the arc? Oh, well, red line's gone.
Okay, red line is gone. Well, Mike, after those initial engagements, he lasted a lot longer than what we thought he was going to do. So
that's correct. I thought
he's done well.
I thought he was going to die 2 turns ago. Poe's also gone. We don't see any Dooku thermal detonator drop at this turn because red line is fine and just killed him.
And confirmed Poe is dead.
Red line actually did a lot of work that round. So I think we've gotten about 350 points off the board. Not quite halfway.
See, now they're starting the negotiations in the chat. So you guys can't hear this, but now Wombat is now saying that we all turn in and gang up on Actor now.
Oh, he's doing it right there in the table. He's like opening it up. because Django's doing a 1 straight. Leia's actually not in a bad position. She's still relatively healthy. I wouldn't want to put Leia against Zam.
All ships, though, however, are in position to chase down Rey. I think Rey's in trouble.
I can just hear Actor going on saying, hey, the real threat here is that big hammer.
What, to hammer the green dice?
No, Rey. Rey's a big hammer. She can hit like a truck.
Right.
Yeah, and I could
She can.
just imagine Khan trying to encourage everyone, let's go on a Rey. But it's now it's 3 people too. So now that boring Mike is out. Sorry, but Mike, you're probably not that boring. Sorry, I've just got your name on the overlay. So I'm seeing going over, make sure we've got the players. Now we've got Roasty, we've got Wombat, we've got Khan. And I see boring Mike up there. So apologies. You're probably a great chat.
Look, it's only going to be on the stream channel for about 24 hours, so it won't stick forever.
Yeah, actually 2 weeks. It'll stay up on the stream for 2 weeks.
Sorry, Mike.
Hey, look. You. Next time I ask you for a name, next time I ask you for your JAWA name, you're gonna give me something creative, okay?
Give a name. Now, Mike might be out of the game, but he's still in the game, if you know what I mean. He can still influence.
Okay, so I was gonna actually ask you that one because I was gonna say I could actually pull Mike into the chat here with us, so we can have him join us and give us a little rundown on these alliances.
Oh, the alliances that don't exist, of course. You mean the negotiations?
Oh, here we go. I see Greg in the chat telling us, Actor did a great job convincing everybody to shoot while setting dials.
Oh, and I suppose if Actor speaks, you listen.
This is the mind games. Hmm?
It's all about the mind games.
You totally deserve. Hey, what's wrong with Poe? You leave my Poe alone. I mean, that actually, no, I will actually agree with you because you had Commander Poe. He's correct. You deserved it because you had Commander Poe.
Okay, so Iron Maneuver being executed now.
That's actually red is Django, isn't it? So he'll go last. And Zam will move first.
So, first player is Wombat for this round.
So Wombat was the one that started first player, was that correct?
I believe it was Greg.
It was Greg. So we're like 7, was that 7 rounds? It's gone around twice.
You know what? I've lost count, but I don't mind. We're all having fun here, aren't we?
I'm on to my second house too, that's all I can tell you. Here we go. Here's Luke.
Yep, with that. Oh, he's facing off on Zam.
So he can hide in perception to get a kill on Django.
Yes. Yeah, now he does it. Now's the time to do it.
It's like I could just say we all turn in onto Ray, or Ray can go. Ray can turn in and goes, hey, you know what? I've turned in. How about we all go shoot Zam? And so.
Leia not in a great position, may have to disengage this round just to avoid those rocks.
Or could just
blind straight through.
Choose violence.
Take everyone by surprise and do the opposite of what they're thinking.
Hey, look, who needs mods when you got 4 force?
That's true.
In fact, you can actually take a damage here and then get a force back. How much force has he got on him? He's got 3 force.
3 at the moment.
Yeah, so he could actually take a damage now on the rock and go, hey, guess what? I got hate. I'm going to take 1 back.
Okay, is it a soft rock? It's not a soft rock.
That isn't.
It is the hardest and jaggiest of rocks.
Oh yeah. He had damage engine. Oh, and he's stressed as well.
We haven't seen a direct hit yet. No, and we still haven't seen a direct hit yet.
So that was actually not a bad move, but that was a violent move because it was damage engine, so he's gotten the strain, and he.
Here we go.
What was it?
Zam with the hard left. And how's Zam looking health-wise? Zam has taken only the 3 shields. So Zam is the healthiest ship on the board at the moment. Zam's a big threat. So if you're Wombat, you heighten perception, try to do as much damage as you can on Zam.
I mean, you're probably going to lose Luke, but if you can do some nasties with Zam, then.
So heighten perception with Luke. Django is probably not going to have a shot. Wombat being first player, he'll get a range 2 shot by the look of it from Leia onto Zam. We'll definitely half point them, but half points don't matter. It's about survival.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Will you take the shot onto Django? You finish off Django. Or are they going to
That's a fair
agree?
point.
Or the players going to there agree to shoot Zam? You take the bonus attack because potentially it is Zam. So do you really want to take the bonus shot? Looks like no. Looks like Luke is going for.
So no heightened perception taken. Interesting. I suppose that Wombat is the first player after all.
Yeah,
It's going to be shooting before actor. Yeah.
And this also means you can see what the kind of damage done for Leia is.
So 3 reds, 1 to 2 green. That's good.
Yep.
That's good.
Spend a force, 2 damage. Oh,
That's why we love Perceptive Co-Pilot. Spend a focus, dodge it all, and there's still a green token on the board there for Zam to use later.
Correct. So now the question is, do you continue shooting Zam? Strip a token, get some more damage in. Oh, we basically the conditions get revealed as well, and it's over here. So I'll look which one it is. It's you better mean business. So after you defend, you may spend 2 charges to perform a bonus attack.
Wow.
So here's the thing: you go, okay, you didn't shoot Leia. Now Luke is going to shoot Django. Excuse me. I am wondering what the bonus attack is. Is that orange? No, can't. Okay, that was can't doing the revenge shot. So Leia's probably spending force and then just taking damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leia's
It's still pretty good, Nick.
So who does Luke shoot? Luke's got the lock on Django. That's going to be the target of choice here.
Okay. Wombat just realising now, maybe he should have shot with Luke first to yeah.
No, I think doing that is correct because you now have an option to take the range 1 shot now that the bonus attack has happened.
Yeah, just confirming he is taking the range 3 shot onto Django.
Okay. Spend it.
And for very good reason.
You spend it. You spend both force. There we go.
Wow. Yeah,
Oh.
Like I told you. When the green dice start to betray you, they do that one little natty's roll, and you say to yourself, all is forgiven, green dice.
Yep, basically, so for those who don't know, like Django literally did not Cinovade except for the very last round that keeps him alive on 1 hit point. And now this time he gets all the evades he needs to not die. So, wow. Can't really be happy with that.
Django with no shot. Zam, you take the range 1 shot at Luke. No stealth device, just the 2 greens to speak of.
What's this blue lock here? He doesn't have R3, right? I don't think he had R3 on Luke, no.
Is that just leftovers?
Yeah, there's leftovers. There's 2. There's two locks.
So I'm pretty sure the target lock was placed on Zam.
Yeah. So
and the one on Django was forgotten about.
Okay.
Yep, there we go. Yep. So Zam with the return shot.
Oh, he's choosing violence. Look at that. He's got the lock on.
Spend a target lock, and it's a beautiful result. Spend a focus token for a full string.
Luke
Yep.
can't dodge this.
Even with the natty evades,
Yeah.
can't do it. Goodbye, Luke. Enjoy Toshi Station.
Oh, he's gone. Nice knowing you, Luke. So it's going to actually come down to like, Khan's managed to keep that like Django alive on the board, just that turn longer than I really thought he was going to, and it's going to be down to one ship each. But no, Khan's in position now. He's got a initiative 6. Though Ray has a potential to initiative kill Django with heightened perception.
Yes. Yep. Now, we could see someone in their debut in a stitch up win a stitch up, which is going to annoy Greg to no end, I think. Come on, Greg. The Jawas believe in you.
2 space versus 2 Falcons. Oh, that's right. Well, actually, that's what it is. Yes, it's 2 fire space because Luke's dead. Versus 2 Falcons, and one is Ray, one is Lay. Both of them have a lot of force. So we actually had. We got hit, crit, hit, crit, crit. Did I see that correctly? No, he hasn't rolled yet. Okay.
Okay. Ray taking the range 3 at Zam.
Yep.
With the 3 naughty dice. For the natties, baby.
They are so weighted. We totally did not see a 4 dice blank out.
And
See,
wow. Okay. Look, that's
all paint. Like
it's all paint.
Now you. I was going to say.
He's been saving his good rolls for now, at the business end of the game. Yeah. I'm going to have to get around to making that shirt, Mr. Squiggle, and selling it to all the X-Wing players.
Sorry guys. I just trying to adjust the camera because we're back on this side. Give on. Totally not had too much ice tea. Totally, absolutely not.
Actor's actually in a position of power. He holds the balance of power. He's got 2 ships on the board.
He does.
One of them's still fairly healthy. He could be talking to Greg. Actually, he should be talking to Greg and Wombat right now and say, all right, I've got 2 ships on the board. I've got the most health left in the game. Yeah. Ooh, do you want me to hurt you or the other guy?
No, that's the thing is, the other thing is with that is true, is that all that does is going to encourage the other 2 to want to gang up on him.
That's true. And that's a stitch up after all.
Yeah,
Anything could happen. The negotiations can go one way. It's a double-edged sword.
I'd be like saying, oh, this guy's on 1 hit point, the poor little guy. You guys should watch out. You guys should watch out for Leia. Ray, you got to watch out for Leia. Leia, you got to watch out for Ray. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna run away here and use the rear arc to shoot you.
It's a bit like a scene from a Quentin Tarantino movie. Oh well, no. Did he try to do the sloop? A bit like a scene from a Quentin Tarantino movie where one guy has his guns pointing at one guy, the other guy has his guns pointing at the other.
Yeah.
And just waiting to see who's going to pull the trigger first.
That's it. It's just one of those persons holding those guns as Khan. Is who's actually holding 2 because he can. He's like, I got you, where the other one's holding one up and the other one's holding one up, so he's got them both covered. He's got to be happy with that. Sorry, I was going to say, he's got to be happy with the 3 of 8s.
I would be this late in the game. That's some clutch rolling right there. Leia, what are you doing, Leia?
Yeah.
Kicking a maneuver.
Leia actually, even though Stress has Kanan, so actually has a relatively open dial. When I say relatively, because he's still got damage engine, which means he can't do 3 turns or 2 turns to remove the stress. But I would say he could do like a 3 bank. Now there was no bomb drops either. That's something that's a little surprising.
Zam with some precision flying to avoid hitting the cloud there. Is it a 1 bank? So opening up that rear arc. Ray's turn to move.
Does Ray actually have that sloop dialed in this time?
Ray revealing, yep,
Actually,
a sloop.
A sloop. Oh, just a 3-bank would have just been better because.
Greg is saying he didn't intend to do that particular bearing. He wanted to do the other bearing. But he'll take it. You got to take it. You got to take what's been dialed in.
Oh, okay. So that would have put him down here, which would have been a good shot there for Django. I'm pretty sure Django's doing a hard one there.
I mean, in hindsight, it would have taken him over to Cloud. Do you really want that strain at this point in the game?
Now.
Now that's through debris, so stress and potentially a crit.
Now he can use cannon to remove the. I'm just going to bring this top down. We'll get that correctly. There we go. So we can see some marks there. So good news is, there's a chance there that Sam does not have a shot. That's actually good flying.
So Wombat is spending a force to get rid of the stress token on Leia.
And then get one back from the debris.
And rolling for debris. So on a debris, you roll and you get a crit. You take a crit damage. And there's the crit.
Oh man, he's rolled 2 crits. 2 crits.
And because he has fuel leak, that's an extra damage going through.
Oh man. He's rolled 2 crits.
When it rains,
2, 3,
when it rains,
4,
it pours.
5, 6, 7, 8. He's down to 1.
So structural damage, oh my lord. And we haven't seen a direct hit. No direct hits have been drawn yet. So just counting the cards. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1 hull on Leia left.
Yeah, that's right. 1 hole left because of the fuel leak triggered. He rolled a crit going over the rock, and then he rolled a crit again going over the debris. Oh, man. Sure,
It's a game of luck. It's a game of luck, like it or not.
Yeah, that's rough. It really is. One out of 2, okay, look, that's part of the game. But doing 2 for 2 after the fuel leak, it literally, he took 3 damage from the rock and debris field.
Yep, that stings.
And Django could finish off.
So
Leia.
Django's performed. Was that a 1 hard from Django?
Yeah, he did a 1 hard, yeah.
Putting the target lock on Ray. And Ray has
See, I think
6
his
hull
logic
left.
here is basically he can do some nasty damage. In fact, he could actually kill Ray this turn and then go finish off Leia the next turn. Yep. That's because you haven't had enough iced tea.
Oh, of course, yes. Yeah, the 2 shots coming in. Structural damage.
No, it's even
Structural
worse.
damage.
Oh no, he's got the evade. Okay, I was going to say because Django's ability can also turn a focus result into a blank result because he did a hard 1, whereas Ray did a 3 sloop.
And the crit is fuel leak.
Oof.
Seen that quite often tonight. And my apologies, Leia has the structural damage, not Ray. Ray is not in a great position right now. So there's a range 1 shot from the rear arc from Zam coming in as well. So this could be a dead Ray.
No chance of Ray.
So hit crit. And Ray to roll 1 defense dice. Okay, just a crit going through. Hangs on.
What's the crit? Let's have a look so I can get this all updated.
Console fire.
Console fire, fuel leak. Wait, no, he's triggered fuel leak. Oh, yes.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
rough. So, damage chance to Ray and console fire. And Ray does not have a hull upgrade, so she's down to 2.
There's a console fire and a damage being taken.
Oh, down to 1. Oh boy. I see Karkin winning this now.
It's not looking good for the JAWAs. Sorry, JAWAs.
It's been violent. This last 2 turns have shown a lot of violence. Did Leia not shot? No, Leia has not shot at Django, right? So
Actor was player 1, I believe.
yeah. So there is a chance that Leia could finish off Django. Oh, okay. So he's spending 1 to get a lock, and then he's going to spend the lock to roll the blank and the focus. At least that's what I would do. I think he's.
Does have a force left though, so
Yeah,
it's...
okay. So just choosing it for violence. Yep. Go all in.
Yep. Oh, those...
Oh, the
the greens, the green dice, what are they doing?
They hurt him. They heard
They
him
were so poorly
complain.
behaved at the start of the game, and now they're doing him so well.
Because he rolled nothing, no evades through like the first half of the game, and then suddenly, boom, he got 1 evade on 1 roll, and then he got 3, and then he's gotten 2. So he's gotten like 6 out of 7 evades. But then it was like 0 for 10.
Now, I don't think that layer is actually bumped to Ray there. Is that a bump there?
No, it wasn't a bump. He went on the debris.
So Leia could potentially wipe out Ray right here, right now.
But I think I want to keep.
Oh no, they're going for Django.
I think go for Django.
Right.
I think you got to go for
Yeah.
Django.
It is a 3 dice shot, so we are taking it at there. Yep. So 2 eyeballs rolled. Spend 2 force. Does Leia have any force left? I think, yeah, the force was spent. And the natty evades. Enough squiggles there for Django to live on.
Yeah, because basically Leia needs to dice check on Attica. Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
so player 1 now goes back to Greg. But there's an initiative 6 pilot on the board. Django's going to get the first shot. What do you do here? Do you
hide
do a
deception.
2 bank to the left?
I think he's got to do hide and deception to try and kill off Django. I think you do like a 3 bank to the right, and like I think where the position with Ray is just a little bit bad. I think she's got Sleep Ray again, 1 force hide and deception and pray. It does she have? She just have 2. Okay.
Ray is stressed though, so blue maneuvers.
No, but no. She has a title.
Ah, yes.
So the title allows you to, if you have 2 or fewer, so she can still do a sloop this turn, to turn around the big gun and face Django. So yeah, she still can sloop. The thing is, that
So
Django could
do you maybe
just
go the bump on Django then?
Yeah, Django could just go, well, you know what, I'm just going to bump you. If you do the sleep, I'm going to be bumping you. If you don't do the sleep,
Yep.
well, then I'm going to be able to boost to get a shot onto you. So that's a safe move there from Django, because he'd rather just have no shots than have the initiative 7 shot. Unfortunately, Leia's in a little bit of a bad position because that damage engine means she can't turn around that rock, which is rough. And being on 1 health.
There's the sloop. Yep, going for the bump.
So what did Han? What did Khan do? I think he's dialed in the wrong sleep again. There we go. I think that allowed it because it was first ship moving, but yeah.
I actually like Ray where she was before.
Oh, I did too. I thought that's where we were going, but I think that he made a mistake now, because maybe he thought of if I'm going to land there, I'm going to be bump, and then that's not good. Through this, of course, now Khan can actually not bump, and have an option to boost. That's assuming, of course, Khan does something like a 2 straight or 1 bang to the right.
Yeah. And Greg does have heightened perception up his sleeve as well. So Zam bailing out, very clever. Yep, that's all part of the stitch up as well. You can choose to disengage.
Well, it's actually in his best interest because he can basically finish off he actually can finish off 1 ship a turn. They're both that close. He just needs to take
and the boost. Yep, the boost for good measure. So you lose Django, big deal. You still got a healthy Zam to scrub the decks.
What's he going to do? Is he going to try and boost? Has he forgotten the heightened perception?
Oh, actor wants to go for Leia.
So you just imagine him saying, I'm going to shoot Leia, and you can then shoot Thingy. If you don't use heightened perception to kill me, I will kill Leia for you. I can just imagine that works out. That works out very far. But then he just, I'm sure that's what he's
reminding actor. Wombat just reminding actor about all the passive mods that Ray has at the moment.
Yeah.
It's an obstructed shot into Ray. Greg is now presenting his case.
Yeah, there we go. Heightened perception.
Okay, heightened perception.
I mean, it's a bad shot. He's got no mods though. He's got 1
3
health
dice through a cloud.
with no mods. You can spend 1 for a lock. So you can add a blank and then spend that. Take that for lock.
Yep.
Yeah.
Does just that. Has no force left, but will target lock re-roll
Yeah.
for another
Just
eyeball.
check that.
Okay.
I think he needed 3 to have a chance at killing.
Hit crit and 1. A crit's going through.
The crit's going through. He's going to kill him. There we go.
No.
Blanked out at the end there.
Or
I thought with the evades and the squiggles that he found, he was going to die.
yeah, well, he had Dooku, so he spent the force on Dooku to convert the eyeball and the gas cloud. Blank to an evade.
Saved by Dooku.
Saved by Dooku.
There you go.
He's been looking forward to that. So now we have return fire.
Converting. Oh man, Leia's gone. Because Leia does not had structural damage, so it just eats all of them.
Yep, taking it all, and I'm pretty sure that's a dead layer.
Yeah, it is a dead Leia. Yeah. I thought you guys knew how to play this game. Come on, I thought with the JAWAs getting on there,
Well, I knew from the very start, from the time we started talking about this, actor was saying, "Oh, I don't know about this. Have you seen these ships?" Well, I knew that actor was in it from the start.
Oh yeah, look. Can't.
But I'm not ruling out Greg yet. I mean, anything can happen.
Can't.
The dice can certainly
always say
turn one
that,
way, as we've seen.
Can't always say, "Oh man, I don't know about this." Hey, like this, you got this and this and this and this, and maybe there's a chance, but actually, he's kind of he knows how to milk the audience, milk the players too.
So is this all for dramatic effect? Is he doing it on purpose?
There we go. I think he's called it, which is fair. Absolutely fair.
Yeah. Wow.
Actually, no, we don't pull them in. We join them again. I'll move you. Wow.
It's me, gentlemen.
Yes, well, I did call it at the beginning. I did say it would be the double fire spray list that would win.
We were just talking about that. We were saying that Actor had a lot of self-doubt, but we thought, is he just putting it on? Is he just saying that, to make it look a bit more dramatic towards the end there?
No, I was in serious trouble in the middle. When we were in that central section, I was pretty much expecting Django to have died. Somehow Django used every single bit of his luck. He rolled every evade die because I couldn't roll an evade to save my life at the first time.
Oh, we know. We did notice.
And I was sitting there going, guys, I don't think I've rolled a single evade at all.
No.
Right? And I was like, and then all of a sudden Django went, I'm going to go full ninja mode.
I originally planned with Ray when she was over here. I was originally going to send her up there.
Yeah, I thought you might.
And that would have given me the shot on Leia and the bump on Luke. And the idea was I had Poe there, which gave Poe the flexibility to go either way, depending on what happened.
Poe.
And the fact that I went in, range 1, only did 2 damage to Django, just unbelievable.
And you know what the crazy thing is? Red Line got that 3 crit hit on him, and then next turn concussioned him with 3 hits and just murdered him.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful to watch.
No, well,
I usually don't play munitions or bombs. I think I'm going to have to do more.
And then,
That concussion missile shot was almost as satisfying as watching her at String of Dead Man Switches trigger.
I'm disappointed that I didn't get to 3-bank that proxy mine with Jonas.
Yeah.
I didn't get off any of my ordnance. The really frustrating thing for me was when you bumped Poe over here. My intention was for him to do a hard turn, and then flip the ion, and then use the R5 the R1 J5 to clear it away.
Can you actually repair this?
Yeah, it was a ship card. So the J5.
It says it says you can perform actions, right, on damage cards even while stressed. It doesn't let you.
After you repair a damaged card with ship trait, you can spend 1 to repair that card again.
After you execute repair this card, I would have been able to spend the charge to get rid of it.
After you repair a damage card. So okay, after you repaired. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, okay, so after you flip the ion card, you can then spend a charge to repair it to give him health again. I like that. Okay, thanks for the follow.
Yeah.
Thanks for the sub. So we're just finishing up here. The Khan has ninjaed his way through the JAWA stitch up.
For me, the turning point was when he convinced everybody to go for my list. Like, everyone was setting their dials and Khan sitting there going, yeah, we've got to get these resistance guys. They're just, we've got to take them out. And literally the next turn, everybody was pointing at my ships.
I didn't really have much of a choice there, honestly.
To be fair, I either turned in towards the resistance or I ran across the top of the board and took myself right out of the fight. For me, I got so lucky with ordnance tonight. First actor took a bomb for a proxy for me.
Oh
yeah,
and then the second string of bombs basically did nothing.
You took
one strain.
Yeah.
You took 1 damage and 1 strain from a proxy mine and 3 thermals. But to be fair, the other side was true. The two thermals, the first turn, you took 6 for 6.
I took an absolute pasting.
Yeah. I'd just like to say that I gave up all those things, and I was being a nice guy.
It paid off. Look, being the nice guy paid off for you, actor.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to Khan
What's this game called again? What was it?
It's called a stitch up.
Is it called stitch up? Because I had no problem stitching up the Republic in the middle of the table.
Oh, the resistance? Yes, I was fully stitched up in that game.
Yeah. I just Ray hasn't taken a single shield, like a single hull. He's got 1 shield taken, we're gonna get murdered by this Ray. We got to get him. Get him.
And then everyone just turns at Ray. It's like, okay.
In fairness, I didn't turn at Ray. I still had a lock on Poe.
Yeah. Yeah, Red Line decided Poe's not to be there anymore.
Yes.
No, Redline did so much damage there. And Poe, unfortunately,
God.
rolls 4 blanks, triggers heroic on the 4 dice range 1. It's like, I have a target lock, but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to heroic reroll this to do it with style.
I don't think I actually spent a lock that entire game.
That 5th brother on Red Line, oh my god.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
Yeah.
powerful.
Especially with the proton torpedoes.
As soon as I saw them bump Leia, I was like, Leia's in for a hard time, because I started looking at your cards properly and went, oh, I know what's happening next. And then I dialed the wrong blooming 4 straight on the other one and 3 straight on the other one. And I went, oh, that was stupid.
I was kicking myself dialing in the wrong maneuver.
Oh, man.
Because that should have positioned me right there
That was
and
fun.
allowed me to bump Django the first time around. Or right there.
Yeah.
Well, I think anybody who knows me knows that I love alternate formats of X-Wing, and this is a good one. This is fun.
I do recommend tabletop play with a glass in your hand while you play it. And the banter is definitely worth it.
I like it. It's a good variation of Aces High. I like it.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you to the other pilots tonight too. That was one of the most enjoyable games I've had in a while, and despite the fact that Zam was still pretty healthy, it was reasonably close.
Yeah, except I think the worst damage you took was going over the rock, taking the crit, and then doing the same again on the debris field. Basically.
Oh yeah, that did not help.
Zam.
Because what was it? Wasn't it a fuel leak going over the debris?
No, it was a fuel leak going over the rock, and
Yeah.
then you triggered the
Zap
fuel
took more
leak.
damage from the proxy mine. Zap took more money from the proxy mine. I
Yeah,
took 3 hits
they
there.
took more damage from the proxy mine than any other ship in the game.
Yep.
And that was a deliberate action.
Well, it was an accidental action because he's mixed his dials up.
But I got really lucky because it was the wrong way round. Django ended up in the perfect auto blaster shot. And I was just sat there went, bye-bye, stealth device. There's nothing you can do to save it because I'm going to Dooku a crit.
Yeah.
And it's like literally, he was like, oh, what happens? No more stealth device. It's out.
Well, the other thing, he was going to take a proxy mine. I was also saying, like, no matter what's happening, he's going to take a proxy mine. His stealth device is gone. But anyway, look, guys, it's getting a little bit late. Acticon, it's 1:15 for you. So thank you also for joining us so late.
It's all good.
The JAWAs, look, thanks for doing this. Thanks for joining us, letting us stream it, putting it on there, teaching us all the JAWA stitch-up rules. I think it's awesome. I think definitely this would be good to do.
I love this game. I think it's super fun. It's super fun.
Yep. It's a nice, refreshing take on the Aces High. I think for 4 people, you do need a bit of time. I think we hit 2.5 hours. I think close to it. So it is definitely like a afternoon, like slash I'd say a whole night kind of thing. If you're meeting up like 7, you'll do that 7 to 10. You know.
Yeah.
But it looks like a lot of fun.
We have had a shorter match where we only do 100-point lists, still 2 ships. We call that the Stitch Light, but yeah, we've mixed it up a bit. We do 6 players, where you obviously have 2 players set across the middle, so their middle point, their range, 3 from that middle point, but not more than 1 from the edge. Yeah. So the 6-player stitch-ups are a very long night.
Oh yeah. Oh, I like it.
Those ones are on. Is it 6x3 or is it 2 of the
6x3
put together?
Yeah. Oh, 2
that is
2 of the
3x3s
3x3s or 6x3s, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like epic kind of format kind of thing. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Nah, that was really good. Thank you, everybody involved. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I think this is super fun. I really liked it.
Oh, That's good.
Yeah,
I really, it was great to watch, and I could just imagining some of the negotiations happening at the table, like.
Actor is a brilliant negotiator. That was half of his victory. It really was.
I was sitting there one stage going, I'm so oven crispy here. Both my ships are in the wrong. They're in the wrong position. What am I going to do? Oh, we've got to kill this. This Ray's going to die.
Oh,
right at the start, everybody wanted Leia's blood.
Yeah, well,
Hey,
So they have to
you were
make it
facing
that
me, so
far.
I had to turn in.
let's just say
Hey.
four force points. We didn't like that. We did not like that. And Ray, I got lucky as well because Ray made the wrong move on the first turn, and I was like,
Yes.
but
Making the wrong dial moves. Oh, I couldn't believe that. Should have been a 3-bank off the start.
Yeah. and then you could have boosted.
Mm.
You could boost it into chase. Yeah, the fact you had 3 turn, you basically had 2 options there, and then it was going to be hard for you to catch. And then you did the right thing there. You readjusted your approach and your plan with Ray, so it wasn't all bad.
I actually think it was actually better for you doing that one hard because you then just stalled and went through the rocks and was in a killer position.
Yep.
That was
Yeah.
such a good position for Ray
Yep.
because I was just looking at it going, can shoot Luke, can shoot Leia, can shoot me. Now can go left, can go right. I don't know where you were going to go. So I was like, and then you just went forward, and I was like, oh, that's not good.
All right.
Well, the most amazing thing for me is that during gameplay, I only missed one of my crew triggers. I could have used Kanan to ditch a stress on Leia, but
The not realizing until later in the game that I had inertial dampeners and and then also having heightened perception. That was a rough one.
Hey,
I kept forgetting HP on Luke.
Yeah, no.
It's-
You got that in the end. You actually played a
When
pretty
it
good job.
mattered.
Yeah, you should play pretty good.
That's why I took a list where
Oh,
it
I'm
didn't
happy
matter.
with where it went.
I do have to admit I was pretty happy there wasn't a Vader and a Defender tonight.
Yeah, that
Same
would be
here.
horrible. That would have been horrible.
I just would have gunned for him straight away and hoped everybody
Oh,
else
everyone
was
would have.
I'm sorry, Vader died.
Everybody,
Everybody killed
that
Vader.
would have been a prime target.
Yeah. If you bring Vader, I thought about Vader for about 30 seconds and went, nah, he'll be dead before I could even do anything. So I said, no,
Yeah.
All right. Guys,
All right.
I'm going to have to wind it up there. Once again,
Yeah,
thank
no
you
worries.
for all of us joining in.
Yep,
It is,
thanks for having us.
It's still technically April Fool's in the JAWA Western Australia, so technically it's still the April Fool's game. But it's getting after midnight for me and Khan very late. But it's been a pleasure. I think we're going to
Yeah,
have
I
to do
had a
this one
great
again. I think we're going to
Thank
do
you,
this one
Nobby.
again.
I think it's a great game. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. We see now how the mechanics work, and you treat your friend. We'll keep your friends close and your enemies closer, kind of thing. You know, you want.
But don't let him get into range 1.
You keep, what is it? You keep your friends close and your enemies at range 2.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Jawas. Anything you guys would like to say before we close up?
No, I do want to say
There you go.
We get a Eugenie from everybody there. Good dinner. All right, guys.
Good night, everybody.
no.
No, guys.
Thanks for the game.
Have a good night.